yeah! It's Wednesday, boys. Another story breaking out. It's the end! You know, it's so funny, right? Because people always say YouTube is like the easiest job in the world or whatever. But then you watch and you witness how these people like just fucking ruin everything in like the most easily avoidable way possible, right? It's like, just don't talk to these, first of all, don't talk to kids. But second of all, don't talk to these fucking like schizos or whatever, right? It's just like when your whole life is just sitting there addicted to e-dating. Which is actually like a real thing that we're gonna get into. Oh my god, it's just been a fucking shit show. I don't even know where to begin, to be honest. Like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna be putting up a video later this week, kind of just compiling everything, but we're gonna take a look at a lot of it just on stream. We're gonna go over the information. If you guys aren't aware of what's going on, allegations that have been, sporadically getting posted to TikTok for a while. Well, now the floodgates have gone off, and basically Cyrus has been accused off of some pretty fucking credible allegations that he was, well, talking to kids. What's up? Thank you for the super chats. I appreciate that.
Babe, wake up, Augie's dropping pedo
allegations. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know, man. This story kind of fucks me up. I'll just be honest with you guys. Not necessarily because I'm like, you know, I was super close to Cyrus, anything like that. But we did kind of do a fucking podcast together. So it's kind of like, yo, what the fuck? I know people gave him a lot of shit for not talking that much or whatever, or just barely being a part of it or something like that, right? But I mean, he was so on board with the show. And now here we are a year later, and again, when I say credible allegations, by the way, you guys know me. Normally, I'm very slow to these stories. I'm very like, I do not want involvement in this. I do not want anything to say or anything like that. I'll wait until all of the, you know, I'll wait until like a week of it has happened and we now have a much more solid, concrete idea of what the facts are versus what the fucking bullshit is or anything like that. Here, though, look, I'll just fucking tell you guys, the evidence against him is bad. It is actually really fucking bad. We have leaked calls, messages, a deleted sort of video he made to get out under it, which I guess didn't really work since he deleted it. It's just fucking crazy what happened last night. I basically got messaged and by a lot of people. I think Dumpy hit me up first, though. He was like, yo, did you hear all this new shit that's coming out about Cyrus? And I was like, no, man, I didn't hear about this at all. What happened? And so, obviously, we entered the rabbit hole last night. And across Instagram, across TikTok, there's viral TikToks calling him out. The floodgates, like I said, have been lifted off. There's more Twitter threads that have been released against him. Actually, let me grab my other window here because I have all the shit here. Yeah, here it is. There's a lot of stuff going on there, including a thread that I put up last night. I don't know, man. It's just fucking wild. And the reason why, like I said, I'm interjecting myself into this so early, it's really just two reasons. Number one, I did a podcast with him, so it's like I feel a sense of urgency because, again, the last thing I want to be in a situation like this is Mizkif. I'll just be honest with you guys, where it's like, I know something has happened. I know something has been accused. I have even, you know, potential evidence, but then I don't do anything about it. You know what I mean? Because that's just like fucking useless, right? I want to be fucking transparent. I just fucking anything that I get sent, as long as it's credible, I just want it out there into the fucking ether. Because holy shit, this stuff is actually like kind of well, I mean, obviously all stories like this are sickening, but this one in particular, when you just take a look at the evidence. The second reason, by the way, that I'm covering this so soon is just because the evidence is just so damning. We're gonna be going through all these threads. If you guys watched his response video he put up yesterday morning, I believe it was in the morning, the stuff that he admitted to or that he confessed to really wasn't that bad. You know, he made a video, it was like 2-3 minutes long, and the stuff that he confessed to was just kind of like, oh, I emotionally manipulated some girls on Discord and I played them and then I ghosted them and treated them like shit. You know, stuff like, it's like, who cares, right? It's like, come on now. Why do I care? I'm not, involved in the situation. I'm not, I don't know anyone personally. The stuff that he confessed to, it's like, it's very much, not my business. It's the stuff that got kind of dumped afterwards that's like way more fucking insane. I guess instead of talking about it, I'll just play you guys the call. I'll play you guys his response. We'll go over some of the threads over him or whatever. This isn't, of course, the only thing that I have to talk about tonight. We got a lot of other stuff. I want to fucking yell at Jalen and Scrimzox for being fucking idiots. And also Jalen made this really stupid video. I want to talk about some other shit. I want to talk about LS Mark and Just Stop. That drama is fucking hilarious. And then, of course, later tonight, I want to play some fucking Minecraft, but that's later. We'll get through this shit firstly. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. So I wrote last night, here is the leaked call I was shown of Cyrus confessing to talking to someone too young. Allegedly, he sexted with a 12-year-old girl when he was 16 and kept doing it for 3 years. So 12, he was 16, 13, he was 17, all up until she was 15 and he was 19. This is a leaked call where he talks about it. Just take a listen right here.
But I didn't know how to talk to you and confront everything. And I want to try to right now. Like, specifically the I don't know, I'm just going to say Cherry, I guess. I've never really called her that, but the Cherry stuff. I remember the day it happened, and I'm just going to tell it exactly as is. I kind of left a couple details out when I was telling Ryan earlier because I didn't want to, I don't know. I thought that it would...
Ryan is Scrubby, by the way, if you guys don't know. That's not a dox or anything like that. He openly uses that name, just so you guys know who we're talking about. And by the way, I've talked to pretty much... I haven't talked directly to everybody, obviously, that knows Cyrus, but I've been... last night, there was obviously, like, a big fucking call, a big group call where we were all just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on in the first place and then what to do about it. So I've talked to pretty much... I've been around the vicinity of pretty much everybody that, you guys know, that's friends with, Cyrus or whatever. Everybody is fucking devastated. And I don't think there's any single person that believes there's even just a, slim chance that he's innocent of, everything or whatever. Pretty much everybody. In fact, everybody that I know of. I mean, Dumpy can, if Dumpy's in the chat, he can clarify. Is there anybody that's willing to give him the benefit of doubt at this point? Because I haven't heard fucking anyone.
Come out
everyone's devastated by this.
Was
and also, just to give you some background here on who Cyrus is, because I saw last on Twitter while we were talking about this, there was a lot of people that were like, who the fuck is Cyrus? I've never heard Cyrus. I don't really know Cyrus that well. Do you guys know how in 2016, 2017, how Pyrocynical was like the biggest commentary channel that also birthed like the entire community? Like, people always give Leafy credit for birthing the commentary community, but Pyro is like a big person who brought, a lot of these characters like to light or whatever. Like, he spawned the I'm Alex's, the Wild Spartans, all those people you remember from back in like 2016, 2017. Pyro spawned those people into existence. And so just like how Pyro spawned all those people into existence, Cyrus was basically like the new Pyro, but for the 2018, 2019 time period. So you remember all those commentary channels that were blowing up around the time? Cyrus, I think Optimus started blowing up around the time. Scrubby, a lot of those people, even other people too, like Benji, who got his channel terminated, I heard, apparently, but nobody's talked about that. I don't know anything about that. But yeah, all those people like Benji, yeah, Aiden, all those people that blew up in 2018, 2019, they were all super fucking friendly with Cyrus. So for Cyrus to go down as like the new YouTube commentary, like, pedophile, that's like a huge deal for everybody because everybody was super fucking close to this dude. Everybody thought they knew this guy. Everybody was like, Cyrus is the man. There's so many people that were willing to, take a fucking bullet for this guy. And if you know anything about Cyrus or whatever, look, I'm not going to get into fucking details or whatever, but he had a pretty fucked up, messed up childhood. And he had a lot of people that were willing to put their fucking necks out there and, help him out, guide him or whatever. Because he's also one of these people that blew up when he was like 15 or whatever, probably younger than that. But when he was like 15, he was already like million subs, fucking, making all this unseen, unheard of money. You know what I mean? So obviously that was, when somebody of that age blows up, gets all that fame, notoriety, that young, it fucking breaks them, right? So he had a lot of people that were willing to help him out, steer him in a right direction, help him, reach a normal life. And then for him to just piss not only his career away, but all of his fucking friendships away by getting involved with, this shit. I mean, it's one thing to be a fucking Discord degen, whatever. As long as you're not doing anything fucking illegal, then I guess knock yourself out. I guess, sure. But as we all know now, I mean, what starts as just a little, Discord degeneracy very often spirals into worse shit beyond the legal boundary there. But no, I'll play this call. I just wanted to give some background just so you guys know who we're talking about here. This is a big deal. This is really fucking bad, man. I mean, I'm telling you guys, this is like, okay, I'm not going to say that. Basically, imagine if the Pyrocynical allegations came out in 2020, but they were like a billion times worse, and also he didn't get away with it. You know what I mean? That's what we're dealing with here. This is like massive. This is like huge. Everyone's fucked up by this.
And I'm just going to tell it exactly as is. I kind of left a couple details out when I was telling Ryan earlier because I didn't want to, I don't know. I thought that it would come out like I was what's the word? Not justifying, that's not right. It sounded like I was giving it a reason for why it happened the first time in my head, so I didn't tell him exactly. But basically, I was drunk one night. I went up to my room when I was living with my friends. I was probably, I don't really know, maybe 17 at the time. I'm really bad with time. I'm just going to say I was fucking 19, bro, because at this point I don't care. I feel like a fucking monster, man. Whenever I was talking to her, there had been this thing going on for a really long time where she'd
Okay, he was 19. She would have been 15 years old, the person that we're talking about in this video. I'm not sure if their name is public or anything like that, but this is allegedly, if he's 19, then she would allegedly be 15.
Talking to her, there had been this thing going on for a really long time where she'd message me really horny stuff, right? And I would do the thing on Snapchat where you slide slowly so you can see the message without it opening and stuff. And I remember in the beginning I was a little uncomfortable. I was more grounded, I guess. I was just kind of like, ew. I think I told her not to do that one time or something. But this particular day, I don't know. I had seen it for the billionth time and then I acted on it. And I can't ever undo that, man. I had no reason to act on it. I had no reason to have her added. I had no reason to fucking say hello to her. There wasn't anything specific about her or something. It wasn't because of her age or anything, or because of how she looked or anything. It's just somebody showed me that they really, wanted to do shit with me. And I was like, wow, somebody wants to do shit with me. And then it happened that first time, right? And then the next day, I felt a bunch of guilt. And I was like, dude, I was really fucked up last night. Can we forget that happened? And then, God, I don't want to go into the conversational specifics, but I'm going to try to. It went something along the lines of that. And then she was like, so you didn't like it? I was like, well, I did, but it's wrong. And I was never able to put in the words why it's wrong, even though it's obvious. I'm older than her. I'm too old for her at this age. It's kind of weird. It's pretty fucking weird. I don't know. wasn't ever about her age, though, to me. That's just what made me feel so fucking wrong about it in the beginning. And I couldn't say that. I don't know why I didn't. That would have been the most...
And the call cuts off there. Now, allegedly, this whole call has been recorded. I'm not sure if it's been dropped yet, but what we heard there in that 3 minutes is just horrifying enough. Now, there's, some possibilities here. The fucking meme funny possibility is that he's being framed here. You know what I mean? Like, someone's holding a fucking gun to his head. Obviously, that's highly unlikely. The more realistic excuse there is that he's just being dramatic. And that maybe she wasn't actually 12. The age gap is like a lot more reasonable, but he's just being dramatic and call because maybe he's like a fucking idiot or he's really poor with his words. I don't fucking know, man. To me, this just sounds like an excerpt from like a guilty man. I mean, he sounds horrifying here. And what he's describing is a very common thing, as we've seen here, a common pattern of behaviors where it's like, YouTuber blows up, gets all this fame and attention. People hyperfixate on the money that YouTubers make, but they ignore the fame and the clout that they also get, which is a different type of drug. Money is like one thing, but the fame and that stuff, especially at, when you're blowing up on a channel with when you're 15 years old, could you imagine being 15 years old and having 1 million subs? You would be fucked. You would just be, especially, if things are already rough for your life as it is. Again, not making excuses at all here. I'm just describing a very sick pattern of behavior that it seems like a lot of fucking YouTubers kind of fall into, where they get all this fame, they get all this attention, suddenly girls are hitting them up, and because, everybody has a young audience, and people like to say that, oh, this YouTuber has a young audience, this guy has a really young audience. Every single person has a young audience, and so these fans are messaging the fucking YouTubers because the YouTubers aren't used to getting all this kind of fucking female attention. They'll talk to fucking anybody. Doesn't matter. And they also have no self-control, and possibly, they like kids. Now, I don't know if Cyrus likes kids. I mean, it's just possible that maybe he just made a fucking error. But here's the reality of the situation. It doesn't matter if he himself likes kids or not. He's still harming them, right? So it's like, regardless of intention here, the crime has been allegedly committed. And unless he's just being dramatic and like the real situation of events, isn't as serious as he's making it out in this cult, I don't fucking know, man. It just seems like there's no hope here. And if you're wondering what the girl looks like, well, this is her fucking YouTube video that she recorded of her having a 25-minute FaceTime call. I think somebody linked it. And she looks fucking 8 years old, dude. I'm just saying, all right? Not to be mean, but I'm just saying she looks like young. I mean, I'm just pointing out the fucking obvious there, right? Like, she looks young. I don't know how else to put it, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. And you can scroll through the whole video. It's not like I picked like a bad frame or anything like that to make it look like she was younger. I mean, yikes, man. I mean, this is just sickening to just look at,
So,
I was making a joke about you stinking, though.
no. I'm not stinking.
I mean, dude, you do smell like ass and everything.
How would you know?
I found out, man.
How? How did you find out?
My fucking schizophrenic powers, dude.
Whoa.
So you can just hear them talking there or whatever. Yeah, she looks fucking young, man. And it's just so weird and just nasty. Now, this is Cyrus's like deleted video he posted yesterday before like, the big bulk of the allegations were really being talked about. He put out a video that's just 2 minutes 35 where he tries to get under the allegations, but in the video, he basically just admits to like very minor shit. Like, again, emotionally manipulating girls on Discord. Again, look, in the context of like pedophile allegations, like it's not illegal to hurt a girl's feelings on Discord or to cheat on them or to, I mean, it's a bad thing to do, obviously, but it's like in the context of legality, the stuff that he admits to in this video is very tame in comparison to what else he's being accused of. However, he does reference the alleged 12-year-old girl, and he does deny her age for what it's worth. I'll play his response here.
I'm going to start this by being as blunt as I can. I've been fucking up for a really long time, and I've been hurting a lot of people, especially a lot of women on the internet. And I just can't keep going on receiving all this positive support and pretending like everything is fine, daily uploading like I'm not fucking up every day. I just want to be completely honest with you guys, as I've been being honest with all of the girls that I had basically led on and hurt for so long. I've grown up on the internet for just about my entire life, and every single phase I've gone through, every single negative part of me that I've gone through, other people have had to experience on here. And it's a lot easier to mask in a 10-minute video than it is with people that I talk to every single day of my life. So a lot of you have absolutely no clue on what I'm about to say, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it, man. For the last, I'm not even sure how many years that I've been on the internet, since I was probably around 15, 14, I've been lying to a lot of females and flirting with a lot of females, and I didn't ever understand the weight of it as it was through the internet. I thought that they would just talk to guys in real life, or that it wouldn't really affect them, but it does. These are real people with real feelings, and I've had to understand that these were people that really cared about me and really trusted me, and I completely broke that with so many different girls, and it's horrible. I was on the internet being a cocky, arrogant cunt, thinking that I was just some fucking, what's the word, thinking that I was just like getting all these girls, man, but I was just hurting them. They were all thinking that they had met the one. They were all thinking that we were going to have a life together and shit.
And I mean, does this sound familiar, by the way? Again, this is like a pattern of behavior that I've unfortunately had to witness so many fucking times with these people, right? It's like, oh, you know, I talk to all these girls on Discord. I think that I'm a fucking big dick Chad. Next thing you know, I'm talking to fucking children. It's like, what the fuck, man?
And that just,
but again, the stuff that he like confesses to or talks about in this video, it's all very like, you know, it's like, oh, what, you know, you cheated on Discord. It's like, yeah, a lot of people, a lot of, you know, boys are assholes when they're like fucking 15 talking to women. It's like, that doesn't really matter, you know? But you'll hear him talk about some others. He says some things here that are just weird.
This wasn't true. It has led to me hurting a lot of people, man, and some of those people even being younger than me. Some are saying that one of the girls was like 12, but I just want to go ahead and say that's not the girl's age at all. But I even heard a girl that was 3 years younger than me, and it was so fucked, man. Like, it's so fucked up. I can't keep getting positive support. I can't keep reading all these lovely comments. It's fucked, man. Like, I really need to be off of the internet. I really need to go get help, and I need to stop hurting people. So that's what I'm going to be doing as of today, everybody. You will not see me around for a good long while, as I really want to get help. I want to stop lying to people, and I want to stop hurting people. I can never undo any of the things that I've ever done to anybody. I'm so fucking sorry. I'm so sorry to anybody that ever felt like we'd have a life or a future together. I fucked up. I should have never led you on. I should have never lied. I should have never even flirted with you in the first place. It was stupid.
So yeah, that's his video there. And yeah, people are telling me to check my mentions. Let me see here. A thread of snap messages. Sorry, couldn't read that. A thread of snap messages Cyrus had with Cherry, the 12-year-old victim. Let's see here. So she sends a picture. He sends a picture. This, by the way, is his like Bitmoji. It's like a woman or whatever. I've had people that are friends with Cyrus confirm to me that is his Bitmoji. So let's see here. I'm not done reading everything. Sorry, I don't use Snapchat, so I have to figure out whose perspective this is from. I think this is Cyrus speaking. I'm not done reading everything, but I do protection spells a really weird way. I know some people like call upon a higher power to protect them and summon them and make offerings with certain flowers or certain scents, even, or artifacts. Personally, I do everything differently. I do everything spell related solely by myself, and I try not to rely on physical items to help me. I'd say I manifest my protection like how some manifest the opposite for themselves. Okay, bro. Whatever. You know, people call me weird because it's like, oh, Augie, you're Christian. Isn't that weird? No. Of course it's not. Look at this. What the fuck, man? So, or was that, or was that her? Hold on. That might be her saying that, and then he's responding. I'm not sure. We're in a weird land now. So some My Little Pony gets sent. I do know he was like somewhat of like a fucking brony or like a furry too, which probably should have been like a big red flag. But yeah. Again, I was never like super close with them. Like I don't even think I've been in a call with them like one-on-one before. Anytime I've talked to this guy, it's someone else's. Like other people have been in the call before. But yeah, people are telling me he's like a big like fucking furry. Like he's into like My Little Pony and Hello Kitty and unfortunately, chat, Sonic, which is just horrifying. So everyone make sure to be on the lookout for Michael Alberto. No, I'm just kidding. But no, seriously, like this is some fucked shit right here. Look at this. So what is this here? So they're just sending like pictures, like some art to each other. She's sending pictures. Cyrus says, "You really want to suck me so bad. That's so cute. What if I showed up and kissed you? No, because I don't want to get my hole. Wait, what? My hole's dominated or her. I cannot figure out who's talking. I gotta figure this out before I keep reading this. Like, who is talking to who here? Hold on, because I don't use Snapchat. See, that's the thing. I avoid all these like platforms. I only use Twitter and Discord. Although Discord's not much better. So I think yeah. I think this is Cyrus. Hold on. I gotta double check this. Let me just make sure. Blue is Cyrus. Okay. I mean, that would make sense. All right. I just want to make sure before I completely fuck this up. So he says, no, because I don't want to get my holes dominated and filled like someone. I want to pick you up and bully you for how small you are, then force my cock into you. I want to bully you. That'd be fun. Okay, yeah, obviously him. She sends a selfie. I want to see you covered in my cum. I want to push your head down by your ponytail and force my cock down your throat. I wish I destroy you when you're home so you can post lots for me to wake up to on your story. This is just going a little bit... So he was drunk when he was sending all this shit? Because this doesn't necessarily seem like he's, like, drunk. You know, this seems like he's... this is just disgusting, man. Cyrus admits he's a virgin in the 25-minute call recording, by the way. He seems pretty coherent. Yeah, exactly. Again, I don't want to look at this from a hyper, like, uncharitable lens where I'm basically just saying... Because, again, to me, it just looks like Cyrus is, like, a creepy degenerate. But, you know, for the sake of being fair here, I don't want to add context that would make Cyrus look inherently worse that I don't know is real or not. I'm just saying this doesn't look like he's drunk. He says, I hope you have an amazing day today. Tell me about how it goes while I'm asleep. I'll wake up and reply, have an amazing day today or I'll kill you. She sends us Amy Sonic. He says, please stay safe. I'm proud of you for going to COS. Oh, wait, I think I forgot to. She then sends censored imagery, I guess nudes or lewds or whatever, if it's censored. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is just fucked. Here is the a big thread kind of compiling a lot of the shit that was exposed against Cyrus. This is a friend of his who's confronting Cyrus. Cyrus says, you're right. They said, there's nothing you can say to ever make this right. A fucking child. You are a fucking pedophile. I can't believe I ever defended you. Cyrus says, I'm so sorry, man. Holy shit. And then the person says, I sincerely hope you get everything you deserve. Cyrus says, I promise I do too, man. I'm so sorry you ever defended me for so long. Everything you did for me so long, it's so fucked. Now, the context behind this image right here, I was shown this last night, and this is from, I think Dumpy showed it to me because he was in a group chat with like a bunch of people that were, again, going over all the information. I guess some person from the group chat contacted Cyrus to kind of see what he had to say for himself. And again, unless this is fucking faked, man, which it looks fucking real to me. This is his response, which is just horrifying, again, because it's like, if he was innocent, like, the person's saying, you're a fucking pedophile, you talk to a child, and then his response is, I'm so sorry. And then you listen to his video where he sounds super fucking guilty. It's just fucked, man. This is from a TikTok. The amount of people he has hurt and ruined because he had a little bit of fame. I've known him since I was 14 years old, and he's never changed. I hope everyone that happened to cross paths with this actual pedophile gets the healing they deserve. I'll go into more detail in DMs for anyone that's related to the situation or in locked with him. I don't care. I'll say his name now since everyone from his Discord crew is here to hate on me. Cyrus is an abusive weirdo piece of shit who needs serious fucking help. I've got all his exes in my DMs telling me they've experienced the same shit as me. If you're one of his e-girls here to hate on me, literally run away from that man. He emotionally abused the fuck out of me when I was 15. He allegedly groomed a 13-year-old. He is allegedly in possession of a shit ton of CP from all of his female fans that he manipulates into thinking they are friends until they send nudes and then he drops them. He allegedly cheated on his ex 10 times with 10 different women. He wrapped me into his schizophrenic delusions that he is a literal angel who made a deal with the devil for YouTube fame. He used me for sexual shit when I was a naive freshman and then dumped me and tells everyone I'm crazy. Ask any of his ex-friends. That man is fucking insane. If you're one of his e-girls in his circle, run. He uses every single woman he convinces is his friend. He will use you. He's not worth it. The dude is ugly as fuck anyways. Okay. Wow. Just a lot going on there. I mean, obviously I do know for a fact he was obsessed with his view count, but then again, that's fucking everybody, so still though, I don't know, man. And again, you know, it's like, yeah, obviously a lot of these are allegations, you know, treat it like an allegation. Let's see what else here. Fuck you, Cyrus, you and your whole washed up, abusing, misogynistic friend group belong in straitjackets. If you see me suddenly hop off the internet for a bit, it's most definitely because the little bitch will send me a cease and desist. Just like his best friend did. What's that about? Also, he roleplayed as a furry in amino groups when he was 13, and he sucks his thumb when he's upset. Dude, what the fuck? Okay, I literally just heard fucking Dumpy tell me that about him. Like, literally, before I did this fucking stream. The whole sucking his thumb thing. Or the furry shit. He keeps his ex in his house and constantly talks about how much he hates her life. Because of her and stuff, he cheated on her with her on more occasions than I can even count. There has been over 30 girls that he just takes advantage of and tears down for his own benefit. Oh yeah, that's another thing I want to mention, by the way. There's been like, it's kind of similar to the Salva situation where it's like, there's like 20 different people fucking accusing him. I will say this though, a lot of the people that are accusing him right now, like again, I'm talking to a lot of people that have been like best friends with the dude for like years and they're all like, yes, he did date these people. These are definitely people he's dated. Obviously they could still be lying theoretically, but still. If you're one of his e-girls, I'm begging you for your own good run. He'll twist the situation like he always does, and he never actually takes accountability for anything he has ever done because he's constantly allowed to get away with it, but this time, it's enough. If you sex with a 13-year-old, you are bound to go down no matter what. I'm disgusted in my thoughts, my thought to put to his mother and family. There's so much shit to this situation. I have recordings of him admitting to everything as well.
She was like, so you didn't like it? I was like, well, I did, but it's wrong.
And this is the call that we listen to.
I was never able to put in the words why it's wrong, even though it's obvious. I'm older than her. I'm too old for her at this age. It's kind of weird. It's pretty fucking weird. I don't know. It wasn't ever about her age, though. What I mean.
So it seems like the dispute here is that he's saying in this call that there was only like a 3-year gap or whatever, right? Because he said like the person's not 12, but they were like 3 years younger. But he said it in like a weird way. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to the call for a second because the way that Cyrus talked about this is really fucking weird in his video.
Heard this by being.
I think he says it around
But
here.
I even heard me. Some just wasn't true. It has led to me hurting a lot of people, man, and some of those people even being younger than me. Some are saying that one of the girls was like 12, but I just want to go ahead and say that's not the girl's age at all. But I even heard a girl that was 3 years younger than me, and it was so fucked, man.
Okay, some are saying the girl is 12, but that's not true. But I'm even hearing a girl that's 3 years younger than me. Right? So it's like, is he saying that the girl was 3 years younger than him, but not 12? But the allegation, I'm pretty sure, is that he was 16, she was 12. Yeah, she's not 12 yeah, exactly. She's not 12 anymore. So what it seems like he's trying to say, like, she's not 12, it was a 3-year gap. But it's like, yeah, she was 12. Well, technically it was a 4-year gap. The allegations are that it was a 4-year gap. He's saying 3-year gap. He's also saying she's not 12. Right now she would be 15. So super confusing. Let's see here. She could be, yeah, I mean, she could be like 12 and a half and he just turned 16, so it's a 3.5-year gap. Maybe that's what he's saying. I don't know. Because again, look, no matter what happens, I think it's safe to say I'm done associating with Cyrus. I do not want to be fucking around this dude. He's obviously sick. He's obviously somebody that, you know, I think it's safe to say he has horrible skeletons in his closet. That being said, I don't want to just sit here and just fucking smear him. You know, I want to give this some level of charitability. It just seems like this is too crusty for me to want to be fucking involved in. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like I said, eventually we'll know what the real facts are. You know, the people that are lying, they'll get debunked. The people that are telling the truth, they'll stand the test of time. Cyrus, you know, technically, I guess he still has an opportunity to respond to this. I doubt he will. I think just today he deleted like all of his fucking videos. He completely wiped his channel. And the day before that, allegedly, he deleted like 5 million views worth of videos. Let me see if I can pull that up. Yeah, he did. Or 2 million views. No. 2 million, then 5 million. And then today he pulled the plug on all of his videos. Which is just horrible. So what else do we have here? I think we read this one. We read this. Okay.
She was like, so you didn't like it.
People are saying, well, he did it as a child and stuff like that. Yeah, did this up to 3 days ago. Don't believe anything that comes out of this guy's mouth. Oh yeah, that's also true too. This is like the other weird part. The girl here that, you know, the 15-year-old girl, she released that video with the title 23 January. So she's saying that they talked on the 23rd of January, which would have been 2 days ago, right? Was when they talked. And you could hear they were fucking flirting in the conversation. So 2 days ago, he was talking to this person. Now it's all out. Don't believe anything that comes out of that guy's mouth ever. He will pull the victim card like he did with me for so many years and push me down so he could abuse the situation however he liked. He has always been heavily into child play, which has occurred to me now. When I was younger, he always asked me to do sexual stuff for him and make me look more childish. He has my nudes sent to his friends that later leaked it to a server with 13K people in it when I was 14 years old. Wait, he has my nudes sent to his friends that later leaked it to... Wait a minute, so he gathered CP, sent that to his friends, and then they posted it in a server with 13K people of a 14-year-old? He's always been associated with people that have been accused of SA and pedophilia. Well, I don't have much room to fucking criticize there. Everybody I know is a fucking monster, apparently. Holy shit. Oh my god. Whoa! Okay, Jesus. We have this lovely... Okay, dude. Okay, dude. We got this right here. Amazing. I'm so glad... Oh, man. We are entering so many rabbit holes here. I'm so glad people are finally speaking up, as I was convinced everyone was crazy and lying because he told me for such a long time, you're not crazy. He was fully aware of what he was doing, and he keeps doing it because he knows he'll keep getting away with it. This isn't the first time he's talked to a minor, but 12, it's not defendable in any way at all, no matter what anyone says, especially him. He says he'll get help, but he never has. So this is messages from another friend confronting him. You were so gross, bro. You're the same as you always were. He says, I hope I can change, man. I'm so sorry. Oh, by the way, so everybody knew that he had an addiction to e-dating. This is a real thing, apparently. So last night, when I was first told about all of the allegations happening against Cyrus, one of the first things that was mentioned to me is that Cyrus has like an addiction to like specifically like e-dating on Discord. Like he would have IRL girlfriends, like he would date in real life, but he would just be compelled to just cheat on them, having e-sex with like 20 different fucking women on Discord. Discord sex better than the real deal for him, I guess, which is weird. So everybody knew that but again, that's not a crime. It's not a crime to be a cheater. It's not a crime to have a lot of e-sex on Discord, right? These are not crimes. So obviously nobody was like, you know, people thought that he needed to stop, that he had, you know, a fucking sex addiction, or in this case, an e-sex addiction, which is fucking crazy to me. Can we just talk about that for a second? An e-sex addiction? E-sex. Not a sex addiction. E-sex addictions. Because again, he ruined IRL relationships because of it. Addiction to the attention? Yeah. But no, so people around him were telling him, they were like, you need to get off fucking Discord, dude. You're getting too fucking involved with all these girls and shit. This is not healthy for you. You need to stop. And he would tell them, he'd be like, oh yeah, I'm stopping, man. Well, spoiler alert, he was never stopping. But that's always been a conflict he's had. So the person says, you disgust me. And then they say, and then he says, I understand. And then the person says, how can you do something like that? A fucking child. And you always play with people. You always have, you always will. You never deserved me or anyone that cares for you. I dedicated my life to you, even when I knew you fucking used me. And then you lie about me, just like how you lied to me about the girls you talked to. You're fucking scum. You always apologize and swear you'll change, but never even try. God, I don't even know what to say, man. I fucked up so bad so many times. You're right. There's nothing you can say to ever make this right. Now, what is this here? Like, I feel there is no excuse. If he truly felt uncomfortable with Cherry, a literal child, sending photos or whatever, he's trying to blame her for when he, quite literally, the adult in the situation, he should have just blocked her and not had ties with a minor. If he knows someone, just being nice to him is enough to make him be inappropriate with a minor. Like, her being nice to him was all it needed. He didn't even address it. He's a liar, and being a pedophile is not the same as I messed up. Please stop supporting him and feeding into his delusions. These are just allegations people have been posting on Instagram and TikTok. Like I said, the story's blown up on social media platforms that I do not regularly go on. Again, TikTok, Instagram, that's where... Because Cyrus is like a massive YouTuber. Again, I have to say this because a lot of people in my audience don't even know who this guy is. Cyrus is a massive commentary YouTuber with 1.5 million subs that basically birthed the entire new generation of like commentary. Like he brought on people, he fucking gave them shout outs, he blew up their fucking channels, he gave people advice. I mean, he really put a lot of people on the fucking map. You know? That's why everyone's so shaken up by this, especially. Now that everything has come out with, now that everyone has come out with their stories about the truth about, and the truth about him has come out online. When I was 14 to 15, I was talking to a semi-famous commentary YouTuber. He used me, manipulated me, and guilt-tripped me to get what he wanted every time. After he ignored me and left me, I realized a year later what had happened. I was hurt and felt useless, and I was scared of talking to men altogether. Years later, multiple girls have come out with their experiences and their stories. I've seen Hello Indigo stories and TikToks and felt like I should do my part as well. I was too young to go through something like that. I was broken and angry for multiple years, and we're just now moving on when I got the text. I feel so sorry for everyone he hurt and everyone he dated. I was never officially his girlfriend, so I felt like my experience wasn't useful, but my friend encouraged me to say something. He has now been exposed and confirmed a pedophile due to him talking to a 12-year-old when he was 16, 17. Whoa, okay, 17. I haven't heard 17. I don't know about that one, but still, 16, yeah, that's the allegation as far as I know it. See, there's a problem here, right? Because if he was, let's say she was like 12 and a half or about to turn 13, and he had just turned 16. You know what I mean? That's still weird, That's fucked. I would say that's fucked. But what if she was like newly 12 and then he's like 17? You know what I mean? There's so much, there's like huge ambiguity here. I need dates. And yes, he still has pictures of me that can classify as CP. Cyrus the bird is a horrible person, belongs in jail. Sorry for the blurry, but also sent me this. Yeah, also sent me this. My first time getting head, it was so bad. I tried to imagine it was you. I don't think I ever told you that. I wanted to finish so bad so it'd be over. I just kept trying to think of you, but it made me go soft anytime I opened my eyes. Full story. So this is DMs he sent to somebody, I guess. So, like, I get you're in school and all, but imagine me turning you around and pinning you down while you're bent over and fucking your little pussy from behind and pulling on your hair while I smack your head. By the way, okay, this is like the worst. Holy shit. This is the worst way you could have possibly started a sexting conversation. So, yeah, I get you're in school and all, but, like, imagine if I bent you over and fucked you and smacked your ass and pulled on your hair. It's like, dude, slow down. I get you're in school, but you know what this reminds me of? It's like the Sonic YouTuber. The Sonic pedo who like pretended he pretended that he got busted for talking to kids, right? And so his excuse was that a pedophile demon had taken over his body. But if you looked at his which is kind of actually similar to what Cyrus is saying, because Cyrus is like, yeah, I sold my soul to the devil to blow up on YouTube, and now I'm a fucking demon. It's kind of very similar now I think about it. But yeah, that guy, he also would write DMs where he'd be like, I know you're at the lunch table in middle school, but imagine if I was just fucking you in the middle of the school lunchroom. It's like, okay, dude. Okay, dude. Anyways. So he writes, I get you in school and all, but imagine me turning you around, pinning you down while you're bent over and fucking your little pussy from behind and pulling your hair while I smack your ass as I pound you into you deeply over and over as you moan, and I let out sexual groans and moans from you until I come inside you and you're filled with all my sticky, hot, white cum. Oh my god, dude. Sorry, this is serious. These are serious allegations. I don't mean to laugh. This is a serious matter. And then I lay down with you and cuddle, and I tell you that you've been a good girl, and I love you. Ah, so wholesome. What is this? Floor 777. No. Did you just tell me no? I'm sorry, but it's the X song. Don't ever say that to me again. I won't. Good. You almost saw my bad side. Okay, I don't know what that means. Like I said, this is the problem, by the way, because this allegation literally broke out last night. We're kind of in like the confusing era of it where everybody's just dumping fucking everything and nobody really knows what's going on. There's huge allegations being made. There's smaller allegations being made. I will say this though, based on what we've seen here, I mean, I think you guys can tell where I lean, which is first of all, I want nothing to do with this guy. And he will have nothing to do with the Hooked podcast. I'll say that for sure. But second of all, yeah, this guy seems like a fucking sicko to me. I'm just kind of reading the allegations. When I read these allegations, by the way, that doesn't mean that I'm reporting this as fact. I'm just showing you guys what people are saying. Because a lot of this is kind of haphazardly tossed around. And there's a lot of confusion to it. So I'm just reading this to show you what people are dumping. Let's see. By the way, I do know there's one DM that is fake. If it's shown in this thread, I will show it and debunk it to you. I was also shown something by Dumpy earlier today because I was talking to Dumpy earlier and he mentioned to me allegations had been made against Cyrus like last May and they'd confronted like Cyrus about it. I don't know if he sent me what Cyrus said though. Oh, he did. Because he sent me a bunch of shit, and he told me whatever he sends me, I can show on stream. We'll get into that in a second, because there's more. What is this? Cyrus, they said you have a crush on me. Do you? I have one on you. Queen, why aren't you freaking out anymore? Care about me. Convinced me to record stuff from when I was 15. No, now, no makeup, ubu. Gonna cry. Gonna record that vid. And then I guess that's just a picture of him. People saying he cheated, but him flipping it like always and me believing it. Why were you looking for them? Because, like, I read sometimes. Sorry, deleted them for privacy. Lol, that's so sad. Yeah, for me. I'm not allowed to be a teenager. Any mistake I've ever made is brought up and used against me because people hate me. That shouldn't even be a thing. People suck. I'm sorry. At Cyrus, don't send pics of my wife. Tiniest hard drive, be like, okay, whoa! Jeez, okay, dude. But it's just a joke. Come on now, guys. No. Right now. Please. I must come now. Please. I'm literally getting out of bed. Chill. And this DM is fake. This DM right here, this is fake because some fucking loser posted this in my replies to troll everyone. And then for some reason, everybody believed it because they're fucking dumb. That's fake. And because it's from the same screenshot, this shit's probably fake too. Bro cut himself and said, I love you, queen, on that pic because I didn't talk to him enough, but I was crazy for real. All right, let's see. But I'm sure he knows that, so... Lol, he would always talk about how you chased after him and he wanted you to leave him alone. LMAO, no way you said that. Man, he said that shit all the time to, like, everyone and would talk about how you're crazy and would leave him alone. You can find screenshots, audio recordings, and evidence from other accounts who have taken a deeper dive. Take a look at that right there. Oh yeah, I did. I've also, just so you guys know, last night a diss track was released on Cyrus. Everyone, a diss track. I do know there was an actual diss track made. I don't know if that's the diss track. That's not a diss track. All right, but there was a real diss track made against him. Jesus, dude, this shit is just fucked. It's just not easy to go to the DMV genuinely. I don't think she's trying to be lazy. I know. It's just genuinely the most packed place on earth. Any given day, you'll be stuck there all day. And now you're moving. It's best to wait. Okay, I understand. Can you call it now or no? No, I'm still texting. Who can I ask? Queen. It's up. I was on the phone earlier with Jessie. Why? I don't know. She's making me happy. Hey, I saw your story. I want to say I've known Cyrus since he was like 14, 15 years old. Before his YouTube blew up and all that, I haven't talked to him in about a year now, but he did attempt to try to cheat on his girlfriend with me back in 2021. I'm not sure which girlfriend it was, but he was trying to trade pics, but I didn't send him anything. I also know he used to be extremely manipulative and threatened suicide to get things he wanted. I don't know. I don't want my name connected to anything, but that's just my 2 cents. Okay. Bro also asked me to be the mother of his teddy bear that he treats like a little girl. What the fuck? Okay.
Hi, I'm Ticklebot23.
What?
My super skills are rocket jumps and sending nude photos to your kids.
Really? Let's go!
What the fuck? Okay, what is this cancer that's just being added to this? I love this thread, by the way. This is such an amazing thread, you know? We needed like 2 of these. We need some of this. What is this? How does this video help me in this situation? Why? Why is this here? Okay. Thinking everyone to helping to spread mine and other girls' conversations. Okay, I think at this point we get it here. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I think at this point we get it here. The thread has just devolved into just total fucking Down syndrome. But I think at this point we basically get it. These are the fucking allegations being made. He's wiped his channel. Obviously, you know, as always, I am open to hearing his side on everything. If I were Cyrus, this is all obviously what he needs to do. He needs to come out and just be fucking honest and just be like, look, here's what I did that was wrong. Here's what I didn't do. People are saying fake shit about me, but there's also some true shit people are saying about me. He just needs to lay it all out on the fucking table. That's never gonna happen though, because anytime anyone's accused of anything, they make all the worst decisions in the world. They're never specific. Cyrus is clearly admitting that he did a lot of wrong things here, but people are also accusing him of a lot of wrong things. There's leaked calls where he's seemingly confessing to talking to children and, you know, jerking off with them. Tons of allegations of him sending, receiving, and just leaking like child porn of people. Pretty like wildly serious stuff. A lot of the lesser allegations people are making against him, which would include stuff like cheating, stuff of like him abusing girls, being like, you know, addicted to fucking sexting on Discord. I can confirm all of that shit is fucking definitely true, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's like the biggest monster in the fucking world. That's me being fucking fair here. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys and say that to me, he looks completely fucked in the head. He looks like a totally sick monster who I want nothing, I want no part of. He seems, I mean, clear as day, sick in the head to me. Definitely demented, and I'm putting these in like the nicest terms possible here. I just want to be fucking fair here because, like, look, man, this shit isn't fucking funny. And, you know, every fucking YouTuber that gets exposed for this shit, this is the first time somebody, like, near my circle has been, like, definitively exposed for shit, and I want no fucking part in it. You know, normally I stay away from situations like this. Okay, Tom, I see what you're doing there. Normally, I stay away from situations like this. I treat them with, you know, maximum, you know, caution. I treat them as allegations. And I still think, for the most part, I'm being fair here to Cyrus. At the same time, I have to be honest with you guys, man. He looks fucked. He looks completely fucked in the head. I mean, just this audio alone. This was really what did it to me. Because I was instantly shown this leaked call. And as soon as I was shown this, I was like, yeah, it's over. He's done. To me, at least. I don't really see how else he could get he can get away with this. But he should make a video and just be clear of what happened. Will that happen? Probably not, but I'd love to see it. Anyway, speaking of which, where's Edwin, chat? Where the fuck is Edwin? I just want to say this while we have 1,000 viewers watching. Where is Edwin? What's he up to? Where's the fucking homeboy? Where are the receipts, homeboy? I'm waiting. Buzzsaw with a 2 says, free EDP, Justin Roiland, Jeffrey Epstein, and Cyrus. Thank you very much. Filthy Robbie through 2 says, 2023, another year of pedo allegations. Why? Then they threw another 2, says, babe, wake up. Augie's dropping pedo allegations. Transmagger through 5 says, Cyrus is the most sane hooked member. Also, why don't you like my tweets, Augie? They then threw another 5 and said, Augie, I made a TikTok just to post a Cyrus joke. You need to watch it. Fuck off. I'm not watching your fucking TikToks, especially about this shit. T-Bone sit, unless it got information that's important for me to say. If it's just a fucking joke, get out of here. T-Bone Steak with a $50 super chat. Oh, 7 said fucking T-Bone Steak. Big shout outs. Transmag with the 2 says, Cyrus, the king of the pedo ring. Nice through 16 months says, RNZ Gaming through 10 says, been spending most of his life living in pedo's paradise. Transmag with the 2 says, like Pyro, like Cyrus. Cats of Flock through 20 says, Ethan was right. Transmag with the 5 says, this is something you tell the police, not your internet friends. Cats of Flock through 5 says, this dude is clopping with kids. Poser through 5 says, why can't people keep their fetishes in their pants and go outside? Victor through 25 months says, does this mean less hooked? Yes, folks, I'm proud to announce that Hooked Podcast is officially over. Dude, I posted this tweet as like a joke last night, right? And then everybody was like, no, fuck you, Augie. I loved Hook. Why does Hook have to end? It's not like Cyrus said anything. It's like, dude, it's a hot, wet soup joke. You don't get it? It's the end. Get it? The end. We have to do that now. We have to bring Aiden back. Oh, by the way, F's in the chat for Aiden's channel. Aiden Projects has been terminated by YouTube. Now, if you're wondering why you didn't know about this already or that you never heard about this, it's because nobody fucking cares, including Aiden himself. I talked to Aiden yesterday while we were actually researching the Cyrus stuff. I was like, yo, Aiden, by the way, did you know that your channel is banned? And he's just like, oh, yeah, I know. And I'm just like, okay, then I guess fuck Aiden Projects, I guess. We're done. Fuck the channel. He's been working on such a good video, too. The video he's been working on for the last 2 years, it's genuinely, if he were to release that, that would be a fucking masterpiece. But I guess that's never going to happen now. So F's in the chat for Aiden projects. What he could have been. So sad. King through 5 says, hashtag allegations, charitable donation, red cups up. Red cups up for Dumpy. Turkey Tom through 10 says, Leafy clone. King TL through 2 says, charitable stream. Yes, RFC own it. Yeah, being super charitable here. Speaking of charitable, we got Cyrus here with the $3. Says, stop the stream now. A child in my basement. They're next if you do not comply. Wakanda forever. Vex tip 3 says, I want to see how much of a mess my baby made. Now come. Colton the E-rapist tip 3 says, Cyrus just like me. For real, for real. Ning through 5 says, people be like what Zero Pussy does to a motherfucker, but I've seen what Pussy does to someone and it's far worse. Yeah, true though, dude. People say that I'm weird. It's like, Augie, you're a fucking weird incel and you're Christian. Aren't you a freak? And it's like, okay, what's the alternative? I'm casting spells and and talking to children, 12-year-olds. Like, no, yeah, I think I'm doing fine. All right, these donos are brain dead. Yeah, trust me. There was a time when RFC donos used to be funny. That time is long past. Aki will never have 20 e-girls come out exposed. Yeah, exactly. It's just horrible. Trans Tobacco 5, what CSGO Surf does to motherfucker. I don't think that's what's the problem is there. Here's the deal, boys. Listen, like I said, we got Minecraft later tonight, in about 3 hours, I think we're doing that. I've got a lot of stuff I want to talk about. I want to talk about Ellis Mark. I want to talk about Just Stop, who might just be the fucking... Listen, I say this with love and respect, but Just Stop might just be the dumbest fucking person I've come across in a while now. Holy shit. Boy ain't right. But these are all funny stories. We got nothing but funny to go after next up. Before we do that though, I want to just laugh at Natty Forsyth and Jalen. Because Natty Forsyth and Jalen aren't too fucking happy with me, but I don't really understand it. And they're making some pretty serious allegations. I actually have allegations against me too. From these people. Augie's making celibacy based again. Omega Christian Wizard. Yeah, exactly. We promote nothing but strong virtues here in the RFC chat. Look at this shit. Are their DMs public? Yeah, they are. We've gone over them on stream before, but to be honest, just send them a... Can somebody send me Natty Forsyth and Jalen's DMs again? I want to just laugh at them. But before we do that, what the fuck is going on here? Natty Forsyth, the pinnacle of terminally online. Listen right here, ladies and gentlemen. All right? I am under attack for an objectively correct take. So I said yesterday, there is literally nothing more important to the future of the country than freedom of speech. Twitter is literally more important than world hunger. Not a joke. It's where all the news and global discourse breaks. Now, I tweeted this, and for some reason, people were trying to defend me, but they were defending me because they were like, oh, Augie's posting bait, and Natty Forsyth took the bait. No. Hello? This is not bait, guys. What do you mean? Bait is when I go on Twitter and I'm like, EDP did nothing wrong, guys. I love EDP. That's bait. That's obviously a joke. That's obviously such a ridiculous thing to say that, nobody would ever fucking say that serious. This tweet right here, it's not bait. This is my real opinion. This is objectively true. Yeah, if you're here, by the way, for the Cyrus stuff, just roll back an hour. But this is objectively true, right? Twitter is more important. Twitter's where the fucking discourse breaks. It's where all the fucking news breaks before the media's covered it and twisted it. You know what I mean? Twitter twisted obviously too, but still, it's where all the discussion takes place, the discourse. It's where memes start. It's where politics starts, discussion starts, discourse starts. It's a great tool for promoting other platforms or other ideas. I mean, do I even really need to explain to you guys in 2023 why Twitter is important? Everybody knows this. Everybody knows this. They've had over 10 years to figure out why social media actually is the bane of our existence. And you know what this take is right here? This is boomer rot. But for some reason, it's coming from Natty Forsyth, who's not a boomer, but this is like the mindset of a boomer. If you're a boomer and you see my take and be like, what? World hunger, that's way more. Sandwiches for the homeless? That's much more important than posting memes on Twitter. You're a fucking idiot if that's how you think. You're just so fucking lost and just deluded. So obviously, without even trying, I fucking ratioed them. The fact censorship is pushed as hard as it is proves I'm correct, which is just a simple debunk right there. Because again, I'm sitting here saying that freedom of speech is important. Do you know who also agrees with me on this? People like Natty Forsyth, leftists. You know, everyone talks about how dangerous hate speech is, how dangerous hateful rhetoric is, radicalizing the fucking youth. Hell, you want to know who's fucking talking about it right now? Jalen! YouTube is a serious problem. You know what this video is about? YouTube Shorts radicalizing young children because kids go on fucking Twitter or they go on YouTube and TikTok, they see Andrew Tate, and then they become, Jalen's argument is they become radicalized criminals, right? So doesn't Jalen's own video confirm that what I'm saying is obviously correct? The needy can stay hungry till I get... Yes! Unironically this, yes. It's just fucking insane to me that people looked at this, and I appreciate them trying to defend me, but it's like, you guys thought I was joking when I said this? I said in the tweet, it's not a joke. But that's not the funny part, all right? That's not the funny part. Obviously, Natty Forsyth is going to have a brain-dead political take. They have brain-dead politics. You know, everyone expects this from them. But Jalen responds and says, of course, by freedom of speech, he means give platforms to neo-Nazis and allow harassment of queer people and minorities. What? Dude, this is fucked up. You guys talk about how people say the commentary community is full of backstabbers and people that betray people. Do you know who the only fucking person was that was inviting Jalen to any social events whatsoever during VidCon was? You know who the only fucking person was? Me! Me, dude! Me! Because I care about this community. I love people, okay? And to sit here and read this shit 7 months later, now all of a sudden, I'm a neo-Nazi who's harming minorities. What the fuck, dude? There's just no fucking loyalty amongst these people. I try to reach out, be a good person, you know, extend a reaching hand to these people, and they spit on it, you know? Because I'm a Christian. I'm all about promoting love speech and stuff like this. I promote love to fucking everybody. And this is how I'm treated. People twist it into the opposite, you know, that I want harassment. It's like, no. Of course not. But also on top of this, not only was Jalen talking shit about me, everybody, whenever there's a tweet that calls me out, this is the funniest part. Whenever there's a fucking tweet that calls me out, nobody else would even invite Jalen. Yeah, exactly. Except for good old Augie. But see, whenever somebody makes a tweet calling me out, my favorite phenomenon always takes place, right? Where people that I recently talked shit about will congregate into the replies and just like mold about me. You know what I mean? They'll just fucking cry about me. This happens all the fucking time. And not only was Jalen in there, fucking Olivia Wang was in there, dude. Look at this shit right here. Olivia Wang, the whore who cheated on Boblast. You guys want to talk about cheating or whatever? Olivia Wang, the fucking whore, who will quite literally suck and fondle the cock and balls of any fucking YouTuber that even just looks at her fucking account, decides that she wants to sit here and talk shit about me. And this is now the second time she's done this, dude. Where she'll see me, I'll get into a fucking argument with somebody, and then she'll interject herself, and she'll be like, actually true, you actually are a piece of shit. And I'm like, really, dude? You dried up fucking nasty whore who cheated on my fucking friend? And then she'll be like, oh, but I talked to Josh and we're cool now. Okay, that's fine. I'm not Josh. I'm not, yeah, I don't like you. I don't fucking like you. I don't want to be cool with you. I don't fucking want to interact with you positively. You know what I mean? Like, I don't fucking like you, right? So she replies to fucking Jalen. She's just like, oh, this is such a spot on fucking take or whatever. It's like, really? You're going to fucking come out of the woodwork? But going back to Jalen apparently, so Nick Fuentes got unbanned from Twitter yesterday, and that was like the worst thing ever for fucking Jalen. That was like The worst day ever. So Jalen's making all these fucking tweets talking about, Nick Fuentes. Jalen even made this one tweet talking about why Nick Fuentes, needs to go. But she censored like the @ of Nick's account. It's like everybody knows what do you think you're doing here? But apparently, so Nick Fuentes did a Twitter space last night, and Jalen noticed that a lot of people from the commentary community were listening to the Twitter space. So they started individually DMing people and asking them, why are you following a neo-Nazi? What the fuck? And so the person just says, like, I just follow multiple people who have different political beliefs. Like, don't tell me who to follow. So then they ask, how many people have you DM'd about this? This is fucking hilarious. So they start laughing at Jalen's face. And then Jalen responds, only the ones engaging with this content. Why, as you joining the Twitter space of a neo-Nazi seems like you support his ideals enough to enjoy his content. Holy shit, boys. This is just I mean, I'm not surprised, obviously, but at the same time, this is just a whole new... It's one thing to make some little gay virtue signaling tweet publicly about it, because it's like, whatever. If that's your ideas, you're allowed to fucking say them out loud, even if it just looks stupid and insane and unhinged. But to individually DM people, it's like, what? Wait, Nick is on Twitter? He's already resuspended. They banned Nick Fuentes earlier this morning, once again. But, so the person responds and says, because it was his first one back and literally like 20 other people I followed were in there too. So Jalen's like fucking having a fucking panic attack over people joining Nick Fuentes' Twitter space. And now they're making videos talk about why YouTube Shorts is like the #1 problem in the fucking world. Now, I've always been the most fucking charitable person in the world towards Jalen. I've never been transphobic. I've never fucking said anything. I don't even make those jokes, all right? Listen, I'm a good person. All right, guys? So let's just watch the video.
There is a serious problem with YouTube Shorts. As you guys know, recently, YouTube has really been pushing their competitor to TikTok, YouTube Shorts, even rolling out monetization for Shorts and offering...
Already going for the money. That's how all leftists think, by the way. They always gun for the fucking money. That is what they're most threatened by. They're already gunning for the money. So now Jalen's seeing like, oh, YouTube's going to monetize Shorts revenue. Now. That means Andrew Tate's going to make a ton of money. And Nico, fuck!
With his creators, which is much more than what TikTok was offering.
It's like, slow down.
And YouTube seems to be gearing up to take control over the short-form content space. However, there is a serious problem with the YouTube Shorts algorithm, and it may be playing a part in spreading misinformation and ruining an entire generation of kids. Now,
is this like a joke?
I'm sure you guys have heard of Andrew Tate by now, the Top G, as he calls himself. He is currently one of the most popular and influential...
Oh my god, dude. Andrew Tate, Mr. Beast, Jesus. I've heard Andrew Tate brag a lot about how he's more Googled than Donald Trump. I've never seen this comparison before.
On the internet right now. And it looks like YouTube Shorts may be playing a crucial role in Andrew Tate's success. On the surface, Andrew Tate appears to just be a self-help guru that gives good advice to young men. He's very rich, successful, has lots of women, which is everything a young guy would want, right? However, he uses that fact to take advantage of young men and spread some very harmful ideas and messaging about women.
I said if I were to get on a plane, and that plane was to fly into the eye of a hurricane, there was a 50% chance of it crashing. I'd want a male pilot, because I think that males, well, I would choose a man.
And,
what is this music? Like, it's like, oh shit, you're about to hear the worst shit in the world. Meanwhile, the clip is literally just Andrew Tate saying like, if I was in a plane, I would rather a man drive it. That's the most misogynist. Is that bad? Like, obviously, I don't think that's bad, but like, I'm just trying to put myself in the mind of like somebody. Is that really that fucking bad? A man says he prefers men to drive. This is like the most historically, like everyone said this for like all of ever since cars were fucking invented. Men have always, fucking said like men are better fucking drivers. Is that the worst thing? I feel like you could have pulled a better. There is some sus clips of Andrew Tate, obviously. I'm not gonna sit here and say Andrew Tate's never said something fucking weird. But that clip?
I think that males, well, I would choose a man.
And I'm sure you guys know that recently Andrew Tate was arrested.
Yeah, in the entire clip, he also praises women for being better at taking care of kids. Yes, that's Andrew Tate's whole, like, Red pill philosophy, at least the red pill philosophy, the version of it that exists on YouTube, is very much about, yes, men are better than women, but women are better than men at being caretakers. They're better at, understanding like fucking emotions, taking care of children, doing all kinds of shit like that. And people still see that as like a form of like fucking misogyny. It's like, oh, so women are only good at this. It's like, no, you fucking idiot. It's not what we're fucking saying. We're just saying that men and women are different and they have biological strengths and weaknesses, obviously. Except for men, we have no weaknesses.
And I'm sure you guys know that recently Andrew Tate was arrested for allegedly doing some very bad things, and some audios have come out where he alludes to doing bad things to women. To say the least, it's pretty clear that Andrew Tate does not have the best view of women. Like this guy is straight out of the 1950s. Anyway, it appears that YouTube Shorts have been
The 1950s. Okay, slow down. Really?
promoting Andrew Tate, and I'd say that they are a huge
I have a feeling if Andrew Tate was from the 1950s, he'd be saying a lot more about a lot more.
part of the reason as to why Andrew Tate is as popular as he is. And these Andrew Tate clips have essentially taken over YouTube Shorts, and you are pretty much guaranteed to come across an Andrew Tate clip after a few.
And this is the thing too, people say Andrew Tate is like the supervillain of the internet, but all he really talks about is women and traditional values of the sense of like, men should do X, women should do Y, this is how the world works, life is tough, suck it up, blah, blah, blah. That's Andrew Tate's philosophy. And yet for some reason he's treated as like the worst guy in the fucking world. But if you look at like other people that he's compared to, I don't even think the other people that he's compared to are like the worst evil people in the world, but he is so not that fucking bad. But it's because he's super famous that's the reason why people, are just kind of fooled into thinking. And again, look, I'm not saying obviously Andrew Tate has done and said sussy stuff. We've gone over it. There's a whole episode of After Hours where I go over the worst stuff that Andrew Tate has done and said. You can probably watch it. I think it's the episode where he got banned. So if you want to see me go over that, yeah, right here, this stream, I go over all the weird shit and I get my opinion on it. But this video right here is like, oh, Andrew Tate's blown up because he said women suck at driving. Now all of a sudden YouTube is a serious problem, and because they're about to monetize shorts, this is a problem that needs to be stopped. Dude, YouTubers are just addicted to shooting themselves in the foot. YouTube implements a new policy that could make a lot of creators a lot of fucking money, but of course you have Jalen coming out here to shut it all down and to put a nice big fucking stop to it. Now, obviously that's never gonna happen. This video got 11,000 views in 2 days. That's all URFC view count numbers, right? On a 300K sub channel. Actually, that's worse than me. That's worse than what I get now on my channel that I haven't consistently posted to in like 5 months. So obviously this video is going to do nothing, but the attempt was made.
To come across an Andrew Tate clip after a few swipes. Now, this is a serious problem because obviously a lot of the people that are watching these YouTube Shorts are kids. And so they start watching YouTube Shorts to be entertained. But as they're scrolling, they start to get fed these Andrew Tate clips. And maybe it starts out with a clip of Andrew Tate talking about how to be successful, how to be rich, talking about how he has all these cards. And obviously that's appealing to a young kid. And slowly the YouTube algorithm starts to feed these kids more and more content like that. And slowly you have a kid who is just watching some YouTube videos become more and more radicalized, essentially. And they start becoming heavily influenced by Andrew Tate. And so there have been many reports of these young boys going to school and repeating the type of stuff that
oh my god, dude. Really, bro? Okay, all right. Teacher claims 11-year-old boys are telling girls they are fat because of Andrew Tate. Did you guys know that before Andrew Tate existed, boys never made fun of girls in school? This never happened. Boys never teased girls, they never picked on girls, they never called girls fat. They were never misogynistic. This never happened. But then Andrew Tate came along and they started watching him on TikTok and they were like, whoa, dude, girls suck, dude. They're really fucking stinking gross. Andrew Tate invented this. Andrew Tate invented bullying. I saw Athos was in the chat and he was saying that these people are all bots. I mean, unironically, as lazy of a criticism as that is to just say like they're all bots, that is a good way to also describe how these people think, because they do think like bots. They're told something and then they just fucking repeat. That's how most people are. I'm very bot-like in some ways. I'm not bot-like in other ways. Everyone is bot-like to some extent. But to just sit here and read this fucking headline and to sit here, I could not imagine reading this headline and gasping and just being like, what? This is horrible, dude. This needs to be stopped. I'm going to make a video on this right now and talk about this because this is a serious epidemic. Boys are mean to girls.
And they're essentially bullying their classmates. Now, this isn't necessarily a new thing, right? Back when I was a kid, Sky Does Minecraft was like the hit thing. And so kids would watch Sky Does Minecraft and they'd go to school and they would repeat what they heard from Sky Does Minecraft. Everyone wanted to be Sky Does Minecraft, which wasn't that big of a deal considering back then he was just a Minecraft YouTuber. But now you have kids.
Yeah, but Sky Does Minecraft also, doesn't he like beat and abuse his fucking girlfriend or whatever? Kind of a shit example, Jalen.
Kids watching this stuff on
now, he obviously didn't advocate for that in his fucking content, which is what Jalen would argue. Jalen would be like, well, you know, he didn't talk about that in his videos, so therefore he's not radicalizing his audience to become wife beaters, right? But it's just like, okay, but Andrew Tate, technically, other than the leaked audio transcript, you know, they're still looking for evidence that he's like this sex trafficker, because that's how, if you notice, that's how Jalen opened up the video. By showing the article of, you know, how Andrew Tate is like a sex trafficker and he's being promoted on YouTube and this is like a big problem. But it's like, these people just don't fucking give a single fuck about evidence. They were calling him a sex trafficker way fucking before, you know, the leaked audio transcript came out. And I gotta be honest, I know Bugs in the chat, a lot of my lefty friends are in the fucking chat, and they're not gonna like what I'm about to say, but I listen to that audio, it still sounds fake to me. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it couldn't be real. It could very well could be real. Andrew Tate could be a monster. He does exhibit a lot of the fucking characteristics that somebody that is being accused of the shit that Andrew Tate is being accused of would do. So I'm not saying that, you know, it's impossible, but I'm just saying it's like I am hyper fucking critical of anything people say about this guy just because they have propositioned this guy as a Hitler-like figure. And whenever people do that, I become automatically hyper suspicious of what's going on there, what the motive is, what's happening. At the same time, that's also a convenient excuse for Andrew Tate because he can just say the Matrix is attacking me, they're framing me, and then he can get away with some potentially fucked up crimes that he may or may not have committed. So it's a double-edged sword, right? Because this whole Matrix thing that he started, there's elements of truth to it, obviously. At the same time, it's very easy for somebody to latch themselves on to the Matrix theory to use it as a way to get away with their devious crimes. You saw Logan Paul do this, for instance, right? As soon as Logan Paul was getting all this shit, you know, the CoffeeZilla investigation came out, Logan Paul's getting all this shit. CoffeeZilla wasn't going on his podcast. Everybody was hating him. He killed his fucking pig. Everything in Logan Paul's life was just falling apart. What did he start saying? The Matrix is after me and it's because I attacked Christ or whatever. Do you think Logan Paul cares about Christ? Hopefully, maybe. That would be amazing. But when he's saying all this stuff about the Matrix, when he spent an entire year shitting on all of these ideas, I tend to press X to doubt on that one. It's a very convenient excuse that these people have created that is buried in truth. It's a very genius excuse, actually. So when I talk about the Matrix, understand that I'm fully aware of the possibility people can use that to fucking lie. No shit, dipshit. That's the other thing that sucks, too, about getting into arguments with people, especially fucking leftists. This is the most cancerous part about getting into arguments with leftists. Whenever you get into an argument with a leftist, they will always bring up some shit that's like, no fucking shit. Of course I fucking agree with that. Like with Andrew Tate, for instance, if I get into an argument with Jalen about Andrew Tate, Jalen's going to be like, well, don't you think beating and raping and sex trafficking women is bad? Wow. You fucking got me there. What a interesting question. I will ponder on this for a few hours and get back to you on this one. Obviously, dipshit. Nobody sees nuance, especially leftists. Sorry to beat up on you. Listen, I'm sorry to beat up on the lefties today, all right? But listen, you guys call me in a fucking bad mood, all right? They're all calling me racist. They're all saying that I harm minorities and shit, so fuck it, dude. I'm just going to do the same. I'm going to turn around on them. Except I'm going to be seated in reality.
on YouTube Shorts or TikTok. And then they go to school and they start treating their peers or their teachers or the
people in chat are saying, Augie, it's time to play Minecraft. Do you guys not like this? Is this boring to you guys? I'm having a blast. Minecraft will be on, and I think we're going 6 to 9 today, so it's 4, so probably like 2 hours is when Minecraft will begin. I want to do some non-gaming stuff first before I do that. Ghost of 8 through 2 says 8 thoughts was normal until he met Andrew Tate. RWBW Familton through 5 says, you know, I was a great member of society, but when I saw Tate, I instantly became a Grinch to the world. Mike the Bike through 2 says, you should just be 2 times as racist as they think you are. Yeah, that'll be in the Rumble arc, don't worry. Mike the Bike through 2 says, tossing 2. Doc on the radio tips 60 months says, ripped hooked. Yeah, sorry guys, all the hookers in chat, all the big Hooked fans. It's over.
girls around them with disrespect. And these young kids essentially get in this like echo chamber, right? And they have no idea the stuff that they're being fed is wrong or harmful. And this stuff is gonna have a negative impact on the youth for years to come. And YouTube Shorts are playing a huge part in this. So I really hope as YouTube Shorts continue to grow and as they refine the algorithm, they make sure that stuff like this doesn't happen again, that someone like Andrew Tate is not able to take over the home feeds of millions or potentially billions of kids around the world. I think YouTube kind of has a responsibility to ensure that people are not being fed harmful ideas like this. I mean, this is kind of a problem that YouTube has had for years, and a lot of people have tried to like cancel YouTube over this, saying that they purposely like radicalize people.
I thought Jalen liked edgy humor. I thought Jalen liked leafy, you know?
I don't think that is the case. I think it's just a symptom of the algorithm, right? Because you watch a video, right? And YouTube's algorithm is essentially...
Also, it goes without saying, everybody already knows this about Jalen, but they literally tell people to kill themselves, call people N's, F's, all kinds of shit. Recently, too, not just the old shit. People always spam all the old shit when Jalen was like 12 in Minecraft, calling somebody the N-words. Like, no, they've done that recently, too. You know? It's like publicly, they're an SJW ally, but privately, they're just as fucking insane as we are publicly, but they get away with it.
Essentially geared to start shoving that content down your throat because it's what you like. But since YouTube Shorts is so new, they haven't really had time to refine it as much as they have YouTube. Anyway, yeah, that is the problem with YouTube Shorts. If you want to watch another video kind of like this, I made a video talking about how Chris from Mr. Beast is getting a lot of hate because he started changing how he was dressing. People on TikTok were
Mr. Beast homophobic fan base. Wow. Incredible stuff right there. All right, let's see here. Oh, you guys want to see Boblax get a bunch of shit? I keep getting Boblax into all this fucking trouble. I'll pull up that thing in a second. Alex. Oh, wait, are these the DMs? What is this? Jalen's exact problem wrapped up in one screenshot. Jalen says, it is bad. It is a bad principle to be edgy in edgy spaces and not edgy in non-edgy spaces. People call me a hypocrite for this, but like, obviously, if I'm in the commentary community and being edgy, it is the norm to be edgy. But I'm not going to join the Hello Kitty community. Bad choice. Bad example. I'm not going to join the Hello Kitty community and post 9/11 memes. Someone says, you can be edgy, you just lose the ability to complain about edgy jokes towards you or anybody else. Jalen says, transphobia isn't edgy jokes. Okay. This is just... Yes, people say this all the time. It's like, bigotry isn't edgy humor. It's like, what can be both? Right? Can it? You know? I don't know. What is this shit right here? Oh yeah, I keep getting Boblax into all this fucking trouble, man. So he said the N-word in one of my replies, and apparently the H3 fan base is not happy with him. Caring about Boblax was always a waste of time. 780 upvotes. I have no idea where he came from. They popped up with sound bites, and everyone seemed to know who he was. What are all these replies? I want to see people... My face when I looked at the date. Oof. Today I feel African. What? Most sane man from Abbotsford shitting on his home? Holy shit. He's in this sub, so he may surface any minute. Boblax? They're literally asking Boblax, like, do you have any comment on this, Boblax? Are you going to address yourselves? I must have missed the episodes where they talk about this guy because I see him posted all the time. I have no idea who he is. Damn. He's also the same guy who made a video titled H3H3 made fun of me and my autism while wearing a shirt that said retard station. Oh my god, they're fucking calling him out. Nobody above the age of 20 take Boblax or anyone in that realm seriously. True. This is why I'm watching. You all know. Okay, wait a minute. You all know Ethan would find this funny. Based. I checked. It's fake. It's actually real. The funny part is it's real, but there's so many people that'll try to defend you and just get it completely fucking wrong. It's just fucking hilarious. All right, boys. Yo, Mike the Bike with the 5 says, if it's a joke that offends me, it's no longer a joke. Bullbike says it's fake. Oh, sorry. Sorry, it is fake. Adam with the 2 says, transphobia or edgy jokes? Why not both? Mike the Bike the 2 says, you should just be 2 times as racist as they think you are. All right, folks. I know I'm late to this, 3 days, but I really do not give a fuck. This is the funniest story ever. Just Stop might be the biggest fucking retard on the planet. Those of you guys that know me for a long time may remember that in the past I've had occasional interactions with LS Mark. He's an animation YouTuber. He kind of used to be in the commentary community, but he switched to covering animations, children's media, that type of stuff. He also has a Sonic channel. Well, he's married to an artist called Veronica, and she's like 10 years older than him. And Just Stop made a video exposing all of the problems with their relationships publicly, despite the fact that Just Stop actually isn't close to Mark or Veronica at all. As a matter of fact, Just Stop has nothing to fucking do with this. And in reality, he was just put up to making this video by somebody else. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say though, but I don't know. Fuck, I actually forgot the dude's name. Oh, it was Daftpina'. I don't give a fuck. So he made this terrible video exposing their fucking relationship. And boy, was it bad. Mostly in the sense of people asking the question of like, why did this come out? Why did you make this? What's going on here? You guys, I'll play some of the video. We'll talk about this. This is really fucking good. But more so what I want to get into is his call on Doc on the radio where he's pressed on this and he had literally no good answers.
Have you ever been put into a situation where you weren't quite sure whether or not you should reveal a piece of information, fearing the consequences, but then it just kept getting worse to the point you couldn't keep your mouth shut any longer? Yeah, that's basically the current situation, and I'm not going to waste your time beating around the bush. This script's been rewritten too many times for me to ease you in slowly, so here we go. Ellis Mark is a 20-year-old Irish cartoon reviewer who, since late 2020, according to him, has been friends with a 28-year-old American former Only Plays collaborator, Veronica Gallardo, whom he currently runs a podcast with when she isn't working on Twitch or an NSFW Patreon. But that's all information you may have already been made aware of had you followed one or the other on social media. What you probably don't know is that, again, according to Mark, the two have been dating for around a year, and since autumn of 2022, the duo have been married, which could
Now, this wasn't public that they were married, so he just completely leaked that.
lead you to ask me, Braxton, why should I care? What's the point in bringing that up? And well, to put it bluntly, I tried handling what I'm about to discuss with Mark privately, but discovered there have been several others who've done the same, yet he seemingly has just brushed them off. It's not him who's done anything worthy of call-out, though. It's Veronica and the group she's...
Wait, wait a minute. Hold on. What? Let me play it again.
care. What's the point in bringing that up? And well, to put it bluntly, I tried handling what I'm about to discuss with Mark privately, but discovered there have been several others who've done the same, yet he seemingly has just brushed them off. It's not him who's done anything worthy of...
Wait a minute. So you're telling me, so you've discovered there's a ton of shit about Veronica that was concerning. So you went to Mark, her husband, and told him about this, and he brushed you off. And then you found out he did the same thing to other people who have done the same thing. No shit. They're married. What? Of course, what do you mean? Even if they weren't, though, it's like, imagine somebody comes to you and tells you, like, hey, your girlfriend's doing all this. Well, I guess girlfriend, if she is doing, like, fucked up shit, you should probably leave her, right? But wife, like, he's, like, financially attached to this person and everything. They live together. He can't just be like, some dude on Discord hits him up and is like, dude, your wife is fucking crazy, bro. Have you seen all this shit? And then he's just like, what? First of all, he already knew. It's not like you're telling him shit that he doesn't know about. Everything that they're about to detail in this video, obviously Mark already knew about, so telling him it is useless, but then expecting him to do something immediately about it is even more retarded. This is like the most terminally aligned shit I think I've ever fucking seen, dude.
How, though, it's Veronica and the group she's created around him who are at fault. And what might those actions include, you may ask? Well, how about a relationship that's been kept secret from the public involving lies, dumping and getting back together in short bursts, cheating, alienation from friends, shit-talking, the loss of opportunities to be friends with others, manipulation, forced dependency, and more. But that's a lot of bombshells to explain all at once. So to keep it all organized in this video, I'm going to set up a basic timeline of events based on the testimony and evidence of several people I've interviewed or researched into, which, if stated as much, were later confirmed by Mark himself. And it all goes back to Christmas Day of 2021, when Daftpina' and Crowy, two friends of Mark, wanted to talk to him about Veronica. Or rather, more specifically, they brought him into a Discord call on the night of, where they warned about the duo of Veronica and another former Only Plays collaborator, Sunny TM, due to a series of behaviors they perceived as toxic, but we'll go further on that when the time comes. All you need to know for now is that, in this particular instance, Mark would brush off the two's concerns, believing it to be unfounded. So Croy and Daft dropped the subject and chose to avoid the duo regardless, whether or not they could convince Mark to do the same. But what Daft and Croy weren't aware of at the time was that Mark and Veronica had already begun dating, and during the period surrounding the check-in, Mark had already been dumped after 3 or so months together. You see, Veronica had switched over right after leaving him to dating another creator who wants to remain anonymous, which has been confirmed by both the creator and Mark themselves. But what really makes this stand out in the timeline isn't just that it happened, it's that the switch only lasted a month before Veronica dumped the other creator and asked Mark to take her back, which he happily did, as he was supposedly, according to friends around him at the time, in a drunken stupor, randomly just breaking down crying during the breakup. Though that's not to say they were completely separated during the period, as Mark actually—
What the fuck? Okay, so this guy's like exposing so much fucking bullshit right now that doesn't even like matter, really. You know what I mean? So he's just saying that they have a shitty relationship. She basically cheated on him and he took her back while he was like drunk. He's just shitting on Mark, just airing all of his private shit out completely for no fucking reason other than the fact that he was put up to make this video. The reality of the situation is like, yeah, he was put up to make this fucking video. I mean, it's just obvious when you watch it that that's what's going on here. But it's also crazy too, because it's like, he's adding so much like unnecessary detail to shit on Mark. Like he was drunk and then he took her back or whatever. But he's not doing it in the sense of like he's making a video to make fun of Mark, to call him like a cuck or to say that he's being fucked over and to laugh at him. He's making this video under the guise that he needs to help Mark. And the only way to do so is to publicly air out his dirt because he told Mark privately and he didn't do shit about it. What?
Recording booth of the other creator during their time split up. Yes, really, no exaggeration. Originally, I wasn't too sure if this was the case, as Mark claimed it lasted from 2 to 3 weeks between December and January. But thanks to Smokey, who I'll bring up again later on, I was able to find the exact times Veronica left and came back to Mark, which also shows when she was dating the other creator. For evidence on when it started, in a DM with the other creator right after the dumping happened, Smokey mentions her knowledge of the situation on November 27th, and in a DM to another friend on January 4th, she tells a mutual that V and the other creator broke up, which said creator was willing to confirm was true. And when was Mark's Family Guy video released? December 18th, right in the middle of the breakup. He literally used the recording studio of the person his girlfriend dumped him for, and there are pictures of them hanging out IRL that are dated after the breakup happened. Closely at that too. I'm talking just over a week. But why would he do that? My best guess? A need for dependency. In the short time they'd been together.
Why would he get back together with her? My guess, a need for dependency. Wow, dude. Detective Just Stop over here, breaking it all down. This is so weird. This does feel weird. It does feel like a massive like invasion of privacy. I mean, ultimately, I don't really know who these people are, so I don't really care, but all I can say is if a video like this was made about me, I would have the creator who made that video removed from the planet because this would just be like, this is just such a massive invasion of like fucking privacy. And he's being put up to this by other people. He's just dumping everything. They wrote a whole script over this. Like, it's just so fucking retarded. By the way, people are asking me like, why is this not RFC After Hours? The stream has kind of turned into RFC After Hours. I'm kind of realizing that. Basically, I went live on no prep. I'm just covering shit that I've just fucking seen and heard about, and it ended up becoming After Hours. I just wanted to talk some shit about a couple topics before I play Minecraft, but it's kind of become like it basically is After Hours now. So I guess, but we'll keep watching some more of this. Yo, Elo Man with the 5 says 07. Thank you very much, dude. Appreciate it.
There came so
Oh, EDP445 sent a $3 on Stream Elements. Says, thanks for the defense, man. No problem, bro. I got you.
emotionally attached to the whole thing, he pretty much spent a month waiting and hoping she'd come back to him. And to add even more insult to injury, the creator stated that during a Christmas party he went to with Veronica's family, they were also weirded out by her dating
This is worse than Tatty C. Yeah, this is like if Tatty C was a competent and also a 300K sub YouTuber.
someone so much younger than her, supposedly calling Mark an autistic child and being thankful that she was now with a real man. Also, according to the creator, Veronica shit-talked Mark while they were apart, saying he was untalented, couldn't draw, and that his personal pilot project wouldn't go anywhere. Of course, this is stuff that can't be substantiated, so it should be taken with a grain of salt, but the creator has no reason to lie, and they've given a heap of evidence all the way, so I have reason to trust them. Though it should also be noted that when I, Daft, and Croy relayed this information to him in a call that I'll discuss later, he said he didn't want to hear what specifically it was that she said, meaning he was willing to ignore what she may truly feel about him, possibly to protect an image of her he's created in his head. But as stated, they got back together after a month. Why Veronica left Mark so she could immediately go to the creator, still hanging around and supposedly shit-talking him, before then deciding to return to Mark.
Dude, every time I watch this video, I feel like this guy like just found out like what relationships are, what specifically like what bad relationships are. And he's just like kind of like, holy shit, guys. And he's like showing you all of this and being like, isn't this crazy? It's not really that crazy to me. I mean, yeah, this is obviously crusty, but it's just a bad relationship that I have no business knowing about, you know? Like, I mean, that's just what it looks like to me. Like, yeah, sure, it looks crazy, but I also don't know these people. I don't care. I don't know why I'm watching this in the form of content. It's not entertaining. You claim, just out in the video claims he's doing this to help LS Mark, which is a premise that makes absolutely no sense. So what the fuck am I watching?
Our own accord is up to interpretation. I surely don't know. Whether it was a spur-of-the-moment decision showing she didn't value Mark as a partner, or it was a calculated move to show she holds the power in the relationship is what I personally believe, but that's not even close to where the bad shit ends. Doing a quick leap forward in the timeline here for clarity, after Twitter user and former friend of Veronica, Smoke the Show, aka Smokey, created a call-out post of her on November 15th, which tipped me and several others off to the situation in the first place, she also stated in a follow-up tweet the next day, quote, as to what you're referring to specifically with her husband.
Wait, I kind of want to read this. I'll skim through this and see if it's like interesting. It's been almost a year since you treated the feelings and mental health of 3 people you called your best friends and soulmates at the time in ways that had such a disregard for their emotional and mental health. It seemed at best unconscionable and at worst psychopathic. I spent months hearing from half of our mutuals that you've been telling them about wanting to Okay. What is this? This is shit I don't know about.
Tipped me and several others off to the situation in the first place. She also stated in a follow-up tweet the next day, quote, as to what you're referring to specifically with her husband, I was the one who informed him of what she did when she did it February 26th of this year. But what happened on that date exactly? Well, Mark was cheated on. However, he didn't figure out as much until days later, as can be indicated by the fact that on the same day it happened, Mark released a video on Camp Coral, which Veronica did thumbnail art and he explicitly thanked her for. So it should probably be evident he didn't know then. And they also interacted amicably on the 28th of February as well. I'm not entirely sure by which means he did eventually figure out that the event had happened, but whenever he did, on March 6th, Mark would go on to tell Smokey about his situation in DMs.
Wait, what the fuck?
By which means he did eventually figure out that the event had happened, but whenever he did, on March 6th...
She cheated. Holy fuck. Dude, I'm so sorry. Don't be. I'm just waiting. I just wanted an answer, and I'm glad I've gotten it. I'm not in any kind of mess over it. Like I said, I ended things a few days ago, so I'm just emotions distant from the whole thing now. Could you imagine seeing these DMs from somebody and screenshotting this? Like, somebody's just like, dude, my girl just cheated on me. This is fucked, but whatever, I'll get through it. And then, like, you're reading this and you screenshot it. Really?
Mark would go on to tell Smokey about his situation in DMs. Hey, editing Braxton here.
And then it gets posted into a video. This video had like 100K views when it got taken down. And it only got taken down like a day later, right? So in like the first day, this video like popped.
For some added clarity, the DMs
so embarrassing, man.
between Mark and Smokey I'm about to show you indicate that she was surprised by Veronica cheating, despite saying she told Mark earlier on in that reply. This is
Justop is the hero Mark didn't want for or ask for, but the hero he needed. Well, he definitely needs a hero, that's for sure. In fact, I would say, look, I'll just let the Candyman speak for himself here.
Wrath Incognito with the 20 Canadian says, LS Mark has been brainwashed into thinking it's okay for his girlfriend to sleep around. Can you please be a father figure to him? He needs one.
Who's LS Mark?
I'm looking it up right now. I think I know who that is.
Yeah, you can't ever have that in your... You just can't do that. That type of, even one little bit of that sort of attitude will destroy you. It will totally...
Oh, this guy. Nah, it's over for this guy, man.
Yeah, he's done.
Nah, this is the
Can
guy
tell
who...
just from the thumbnail art.
Yeah, this is the guy who, like... He's like a PNG tuber who makes videos about children's TV shows that aired 15 years ago. It's over.
It's over.
Sorry, LS Mark. Better luck next time.
Better luck next time. Okay. Damn. Yo, Jake BB2. Yo, you hope you're well. I'm doing well, man. Thanks. Yeah, damn. He just got fucking shafted there. By Sam Hyde, no less.
This is because Smokey was informed it may have happened by a friend a week after the event occurred while they were talking about the couple's codependency issues, funnily enough. Smokey didn't know for sure at the time, so she relayed the info to Sonny, as he was closer with Mark, who presumably relayed to him, and then Mark would go on to confirm it to Smokey. So that's basically why her statement and this interaction can make sense at the same time. It's confusing, I know. Stating that he received a letter from Veronica, in which she said how sorry she was, that it was a result of a drinking problem, and that he was the best thing to have ever happened to her. However, Mark doesn't seem to be fazed by the letter and actively brushes it off, stating that she's the cheating type, having done the same to Chris,
Oh my god. What is happening? Oh my god, dude. I felt the same way of not knowing what was real and what wasn't. She wrote this big letter about how ashamed she is because I'm the best thing that ever happened to her, but it's like, why the fuck did you do it then? LMAO. Did she explain why the fuck she did it? I'm just so confused, like why I didn't even think she was the cheating type. And she told me with so much conviction how much she loved you. By the way, never have friends online. Maybe that's the message of today's stream, because you could sit there, your relationship has just fallen up. You just found out your girl cheated. You're talking to personal friends online about it, and you're not even like spurging or freaking out. You're very level-headed. You're normal. You're just talking to a friend, as guys tend to do when things are rough. Meanwhile, this guy's screenshotting fucking everything. And eventually, it ends up in a video with 100K views that everybody in the entire community that you're in has seen now. So Sunny says, did she explain why the fuck she did it? Okay, I already read that. Mark says, no, she didn't. She claims it's because of drinking and she needs to fix it. Dude, she is the cheating type. Cheated on Nathan, cheated on Chris. Not surprised at all.
Oni, and another person she dated named Nathan. And beyond that, after Smokey voices the concern that, having seen this occur, she may have never really known who Veronica was to begin with, Mark agrees, stating, yeah, I felt the same way of not knowing what was real and what wasn't. Which you'd think would be the point where he stopped interacting with her entirely, at least for a while, but no. According to him, though he wasn't too specific, he said that after this event, she and him spent time apart, hung out as friends, then got back together, constantly mentioning how she was, quote, getting better, despite us never directly asking about it. But looking at Twitter as a source of how true that statement might be, they shared an image together only 3 weeks after the DM, having interviewed the voice of Hugh Neutron, Mark DiCarlo. Then 3 days after that, they interviewed Jeff Kinney, and Mark clarified that they flew all the way to Boston, Massachusetts to do it. Could have easily had a call of some kind, but hey, why not go to the effort for someone who cheated on you a month prior? He then flew back and stayed.
I love that he's like such a sassy little bitch in this video too. You could have done this, but you didn't. Okay. You don't even have. Who are you? Why are you making this video in the first place? Why are you involved in my life? That's what I'd be saying if I was Mark right now. I'd be like, really?
In LA until around April 1st, when he came back to his home country to watch Sonic 2 early. But you want to guess who he had as a travel companion? Yep, Veronica went to Ireland with Mark for over a month and a half, and this is back.
That's like if I got a fucking bad grade on like an exam in college or whatever, and somehow this fucking loser found out about it, made a video, and it's just like, you should have studied more. Really?
Up by the series of tweets the two made during that period. April 8th, she acknowledges she saw Sonic 2 for the second time, the first time being with Mark on April 1st. April 14th, she mentions that she misses her dogs from being in Ireland. April 30th, she says she got COVID and has to stay in Ireland longer.
This is insane.
May 14th, she says she's back with her dogs in America. They spent a month and a half together in Mark's home country after having hung out and done interviews for over a week, only 3 weeks after the DM where Mark said he didn't know who she was as a person or trust her. But it does confer with my previous theory, that no matter what Veronica does, she either finds a way to pull Mark back in quickly, even after he seemingly already made up his mind, or Mark has now gotten such a dependent attachment to her, he can't go for long periods without being together, as can be shown not only-
No shit. It's also called she's a woman and he's a man. You know? Like his whole video is like, can you believe that this crazy bitch fucked him over? And then can you also believe that he got back together with... Yes, I can actually, because shit like that happens all the time, dude. This is not surprising. Who is this video for? You know, obviously I know it's made to like fuck over Mark, but like, who is the audience for this shit that's listening to this and being like, what? Because I'm sure that when this video was initially uploaded, I'm sure there was comments all over there being like, thank you so much for exposing this. This is super crazy. What's happened here? I feel so bad. Thank you so much. But it's like, why? What is he doing here that's good?
This traveling the two did together, but how much is still yet to come. A month after Veronica returned to LA on June 18th, Mark was back in California with a group of friends, including her. And fun fact, the week after he got there, I actually met up with him briefly at VidCon, which was where I first...
Women? Yeah, I guess so. But even still, it's pointless.
Came into contact with she who must not be named. Though that's a story and aftermath for another time. I don't want to make this about me. And in comparison to everything else, it would sound pretty stupid, so yeah. But anyway, July 12th, they travel somewhere for her birthday and stay at a hotel for over a week, back to LA. Then in mid-August, they go to Washington.
It's for people who hate Veronica online. We'll talk about, like, I don't know, man. Look, okay. I mean, I'm just gonna be real. Like, I've heard, like, crazy fucking shit for months, by the way, about this Veronica person. But it's all just, like, fucking just rumors and just people talking shit. And also, I don't really... I barely know who LS Mark is. I've just had, like, various interactions with him over the few years. And I obviously have no fucking clue who Veronica is, like, personally. Like, I've never followed her content. I don't follow her on Twitter. I don't know what she's like, you know. I know she's an animator, but like I don't watch or support any of it. What is this right here? But I have heard fucked up things about her, right? So it's like, if this video was designed to be a takedown, this is like the worst fucking framing of all time. Because the whole framing of the video is about how she cheated and fucked over Mark, and how Mark needs to find out about this and have the balls to throw her off, even though he's married to her. Like, is this how a relationship works? I mean, not a healthy one, obviously, but this is how a lot of fucking relationships go, dude. Women are manipulative and men are fucking suckers, dude. Like, that's just how shit happens all the fucking time. The reaction to Just Stop's video was completely psychotic. Let's see this right here. Your relationships are always tested. Yeah, no shit. Literally all of human nature. It is human nature to be a piece of shit. It's just your job to have self-control and to not allow yourself to get fucked over, and also to not allow yourself to engage in horrible behavior. But we all want to do it. Everybody wants to be a piece of shit. That is what life is all about. It's this constant fucking wrestle of, I want to do this, but I should do this instead. I want to do X, but I should do Y. Or maybe I can do a little bit of X as long as I'm still doing Y. Like, you know, maybe I can engage in a little bit of like fucking, you know, like pleasurable activity after I've done my work as a man. At least that's what it is for men. You know what I mean? That's what life is. X all the way. I don't believe that. It's literally, it's human nature to sin, dude. It's not a religious belief either. Everybody, is this just my Christian Puritan values poking out? Or is this not something that everybody believes? Because I thought this is something everybody thought, but maybe I'm wrong. The reaction to Just Stop's video was completely psychotic. They started dating when she was 27 and he was just 19. She cheats on him and he takes her back without a second to think about it. They're traveling to so many places in such a short space of time, and out of nowhere, they get married without even a ceremony. And then Mark moves away from his home country to America, all in that small time frame. Even just on the surface level, that sounds like grooming. I hope he's okay. Veronica seems like a dangerous individual. You know what this comment reads as? This is like a fucking Kiwi Farms comment. You know, like, oh my God. Just how invested this person is in somebody else's fucking life, speculating with like such an insane degree of exaggeration. Don't get me wrong, though. No shit, by the way, chat. If you guys think that I don't think Mark is in a bad relationship or that he should fucking split up with her, obviously I think that, but I'm also aware of the fact that it's not just easy to just split up with your wife on a moment's notice, even if that's the thing that you should do. First of all, he never should have married her in the first place, obviously, but now he has. So then what? He's in a bit of a trickier situation, you know what I mean? And also, yeah, I don't care. He should do this, but I also don't fucking care. Let's see. LMAO, this guy just wrote an entire fanfiction. The video is still getting shared around quite a bit, even though it's unlisted. Veronica has the stench of BPD wafting. What? Oh my God, I'm stealing that. I'm actually going to steal that line. Veronica has the stench of BPD wafting off of her. True. And it's only going to get worse the older and more desperate she gets. Lads, no matter how desperate you are for companionship, do not settle for some lady with BPD. You only get one shot at life. Why spend it with a psycho who will betray you, accuse you of betraying her, and tear all of your friendships apart? True. This is all so true. To be honest, Nick's like shitting on this comment, but actually, I don't think this comment's that crazy. It's crazy that this person cares this much, but other than that, what he's saying is correct. It's just so fun. Dude, just the stench. Dude, I can't get over that. The stench of BPD, dude. Give me a nice waft of that BPD. All right, Dumpy, that's just disgusting. Butt solution with the Chud Oracle. I think Mark might be guilty as her, since from his recent video, it seems Mark might be more or less not caring about what they're doing. I mean, it's clear the guy doesn't know what real love looks like and thinks this is it. Imagine saying that. He doesn't know what real love is. Okay. You sound weird. I always had the feeling she was grooming him. Oh my God. They've been in contact since way before Mark turned 18. Is that true? I don't even think that's true. And now you tell me they're married? She's a hawk, grooming and abusing him. Oh my God, dude. This is fucking hilarious. One sec, I need to get some more fucking coffee for this shit. This is hilarious. We're gonna read some more, all right? One sec, I'll be back in like 1 minute. yeah. All right, it's time. Nice consonant song. Okay, amazing. All right, what else we got here? I can't wait to read some more. Big age gaps like this, specifically when the younger person is still in their teens / very early 20s, always concerns me. As someone who's been in relationships like this, it's very rarely healthy. I would argue it's borderline grooming. If in some odd miracle Mark happens to be reading this, you need to get out. You think you love them, and they love you, but it's just not true. I've been in similar situations, bled dry by people who I was too young to realize didn't have my best interests at heart. It's not worth it. It's never worth it. You deserve better. Jeez, man. Do people... This is just fucking weird. I just can't imagine being Mark and, like, reading this. You know what I mean? Like, just seeing all these, like, weirdos commenting about your personal... Like, giving you advice. Because they're all pretending to be concerned, but in reality, they just clicked on Jistop's video because the algorithm fed it to them. So they have, you know, they watch... Maybe they're fans of Mark or whatever, but even still, being a fan of a YouTuber should not mean that you care more about them than a stranger. At least I feel like. I don't know. Maybe that's not true. I don't know. Well, when I say care about people, there's obviously like, I like this guy's videos, so therefore I want good things to happen to their life. I don't want them to be miserable. But this is just too much, man. This is just weird. A 17-year-old and someone over 30 is a little weird, but it sucks it's public now. Well, actually, wasn't he 19 when they start talking? And she's like 27, right? If he's 17, then that's strange. If he's 19, maybe that's strange. I don't know. I don't really care. I don't think she's... Was he 17? He's 20 right now. Well, yeah, they started dating like a year ago, right? So if he's 20 right now, they would have been 19. So that just doesn't make any sense. All the comments saying that she's like a pedo, like they're getting that completely fucking wrong. Let's see here. Oh my God, this comment's even better. Wait, what is this one? As someone who's in the same age as Mark and enjoys his content, dating someone, he'll even marry someone who's 28 seems very creepy and definitely sounds like he's being groomed and manipulated by Veronica. Plus, the fact that he also got groomed by Cosmodor. What? No, dude, what the fuck? Plus, the fact that he also got groomed by Cosmodor a few years ago just really sounds like he can't get a break with the people he meets. Also, Sonny definitely seems like a huge piece of shit, and I feel bad for Dubas for being gaslit by him into thinking he's a horrible person. Mark, if by some reason you see this, you are worth more as a person than being married to a manipulator and an abuser. Don't let Veronica ruin your life. You're better than this. Damn. This is some intense shit, boys. Leveraging industry connections and marrying a kid right out of high school. It's no wonder she doesn't like drawing attention to it. Veronica's a fucking creep, but she'll never get the John K treatment because she's a conventionally attractive woman. Lol. If the situations were reversed, you'd all be up in arms. This is true. It's a shame Mark's likely first real relationship is with a predator. Yeah, half of these comments that are giving him advice in a sort of concerned type of way just sounds like they're like sneak dissing him. You know what I mean? The fact he got groomed by Cosmo years ago just means you have a habit of talking to really fucked up people. I wonder how he feels to be in your 30s, married to someone who can't even legally enter a bar. Yeah, this sounds like they're roasting them rather than trying to help them out, which is what they're claiming. Oh my God, dude, that is fucking funny. Honestly, I would consider it borderline grooming, especially if it is Mark's first real romantic relationship. I'm around the same age as Mark, and yeah, 18 to 20 is the perfect age to groom someone. Hell, my ex pretty much stated it himself. Get them young, get them hooked, get them dependent. Dude, what is... Hold on, we're calling a total shutdown on the fucking cartoon community. What is going on with these people? Why are they all getting groomed or knowing groomers or they're getting touched or they're getting molested or they're getting talked to? Why? What is wrong with this community of just people? They're so like parasocial, but at the same time, they're also all fucked up. Jeez, man.
DC was sunny for another week, and this is around the time they got married, so possibly a honeymoon thing, I don't know. According to Mark, they haven't had a formal ceremony yet, so it could have happened right after.
So we could keep watching Ellis Mark's video, because here's the deal, boys. I've got about roughly an hour and a half until Minecraft. So we could start watching Mark explain, we could start watching Braxton, aka Just Stop. We could watch him explain himself on Doc on the radio, where I heard he apparently did an absolutely shit job. Or we could just keep watching this video. But I think at this point we get the point. You know what I mean? She's psycho. She's insane. She's using him. She cheated on him. It's y'all's choice, really. Because I could go for either. I kind of want to see the interview, though. Because the interview is more interesting to me. I just wanted you guys to know exactly like what we're looking at here. Courtney with the tier 1. People need to understand what the word grooming actually means. Well, in fairness, the word grooming is a word that's definition changes like every fucking day. Literally. Like the definitions of what constitutes grooming or not. These days, grooming is just talking to people that you could exert dominance over if you wanted to. That's grooming now, I guess. I don't fucking know. We'll run a quick poll. I'll do a poll. I don't know why I didn't do that first. I keep forgetting polls are even a thing. What to watch? Doc, Just Stop. I put Doc in the radio as the first option on the top, so that means subconsciously you guys are all going to vote for it anyway, but I'll give you guys the opportunity. I'm like Elon Musk right now. I'm making all of my decisions just based off of one poll. A lot of people yesterday were wondering, they were like, why did Nick Fuentes get unbanned from Twitter? Well, the day before Nick Fuentes got unbanned from Twitter, Elijah Schaefer, formerly of The Blaze, until he touched one of their employees there and got fired. But Elijah Schaefer put up a poll the day before asking Elon if he should unban Nick Fuentes. And so obviously everybody voted yes. You know, they were like, yes, unban him. Because that's kind of Elon's entire fucking point of running Twitter. So people vote yes in this poll. And then surprisingly, the next day, Nick Fuentes gets reinstated on Twitter. Nobody saw this coming. Now, he's already gotten re-suspended. So that didn't fucking last long. But when he got re-suspended initially, everyone was like, holy shit, how did this happen? And to me, the funniest answer to me is that Elon saw the Elijah Schaefer poll, because Elon just does all of his shit. Like, should I run Twitter? Should I be the CEO? Should I buy Twitter? Should we unban Trump? Should we do this? Should we do that? He always runs a fucking poll. And then if somebody else runs a fucking poll and tags him, he therefore has to fucking listen to it. Dude, I was like talking to a friend the other day. I was like, bro, Elon is such a fucking cuck for these Twitter polls. It's so funny. It's like the best and the worst thing at the same time, because it means that you actually have a chance of getting something you want to happen if you can just get enough verbal support for your cause. So if you want somebody unbanned, you can convince them pretty fucking easily if you just get a ton of attention on it. But at the same time, it's also retarded the way that he runs his... When he did that poll asking if he should step down from Twitter, I was like, really, dude? Because you made one mistake. He added a view counter to Twitter. People didn't like that move. And then he was like, oh, should I leave? What? Okay. This is just stupid, man. I was literally talking to a friend the other day. I was just like, bro, if you put up a poll and you were like, should I fuck Grimes? Yes or no? And everyone voted yes. Elon would see that poll and he would just feel obligated. He would fly her out to your fucking house. Matter of fact, he would come to your house, and while you're fucking Grimes, he would watch. And while he's in the corner of the room, he'd be like, Vox Populi. He would just say that to himself to fucking cope over and over and over again while he's watching you fucking rail Grimes. Because it's like, well, you know, by the people, for the people, right? All right, what's this fucking poll at? We y'all want to watch Doc? All right, let's watch Doc. Let's watch Doc.
All right, we are live right now. What's going on, everyone?
All
right. Probably the first thing I wanted to ask is, Braxton or Just how long were you planning, or how long were you working on this video about LS Mark? That was like the first thing I wanted to ask, because like it's 30 minutes long. It seems like you put a lot of thought into this video. Like, how long were you waiting to put this thing out?
Yeah,
I was curious.
I mentioned at the start of the video that it took a lot of there was a lot of rewriting involved because I was unsure about a lot of things. So I'd say I worked on it starting around early December.
Okay, early December. So
yeah, it didn't really materialize, and besides script, it didn't really start materializing into anything until early January.
Okay, and would you consider yourself to be
So I'm gonna bump this up a little bit.
LS Mark's friend, or like you? How well do you know LS Mark?
Yeah, he's someone that I talk to occasionally. Like, we used to talk more frequently, but currently we talk like once every few months. We're not too close personally, I don't think.
Okay.
So from Ellis Mark's POV, this is like the number one person he would want to expose all of his like dirty laundry and all the problems in his relationship. Somebody he only talks to for like once every few months.
That's interesting. Okay. But yeah, I plan on just going through this video. I have Monocom in here. You requested them to join, so I have them on here. And the reason why I went ahead and went up the stream was because a lot of people in the community were shitting on you because you you made this video about LS Mark. Now the title's been changed to Veronica and Jelly Manipulation Loathing from the original title. And so I think we'll just go through this video entire 30 minutes. And I mean, I'll just, Tomato Man, Smaggle, whoever's in here, you can ask questions, but please keep it respectful. We're not here to shit on
wait, they're
Braxton or
watching
whoever.
the video too? Oh, I fucked that up then by watching the video because they're just going to watch shit we already saw. Well, maybe they pause a lot. I don't know.
Necessarily, unless it has to be, but yeah, that's what we plan on doing. So let's just go ahead and go through this. If I need up the volume, let me know. Yeah.
Have you ever been put into a situation where you weren't quite sure whether or not you should reveal a piece of information, fearing the consequences, but then it just kept getting worse to the point you couldn't keep your mouth shut any longer? Yeah, that's basically the current situation, and I'm not going to waste your time beating around the bush. This script—
Skip to when Nick and Keem calls in. Oh, really? Okay. Is that when it starts getting fucking epic? Okay.
What's going on?
Go to where Sunny calls in. Okay, we'll go to where Sunny calls in.
What's going on?
Hello. What's going on?
Nothing much, man. We're doing this interview with Just Stop. You agreed to come on. I heard that you were on Bobax's stream earlier. And
oh yeah, I was just on there.
Yeah, and I heard you had some words to say about Just Stop. He said that he didn't want to talk to you.
Yeah,
Just Stop is okay with you being on the air on the stream. So I mean, if you have any grievances with him, go ahead, air it out. Let's hear it.
Why didn't you come to me for the video? You could have asked me some questions or got my side of things or anyone's side. I just feel like you kind of, if you said you worked on this video for so long but never asked any questions to me specifically when you dedicated a 30-year video to it, it seems kind of disingenuous.
What would I need to ask you about?
My side of the things, I don't know.
I mean, you already gave your side in your video where you talked about Dubis.
Oh, I'm not even talking about just Dubis. You said that I leaked someone's nudes for one. You also
I just said that. I said that as a side note because there was only like.
As a side note, what? Oh
keep
no!
Talking about saying it,
but it's not true. It's just unsubstantiated. Like there's no evidence. This is wrong. It's just lying in the video. You did so much evidence. Like you did so much research, but you still got that wrong. It shows. You keep implying that I'm not friends with Mark as if you know my relationship with him.
No, I said you were friends with him.
I mean, you even said, you showed in like on the points against me, it says he's a good friend with Mark, but like, what does that imply? You're trying to imply that you're trying to imply that Veronica's forcing him to be friends with me.
Not forcing him to be friends with you, more so just like downplaying your actions, making it seem like it's more okay.
What else?
In regards to the saying publicly that you're friends with him, that was in the same video where you called Dubis transphobic, and Dubis is someone that Mark was interacting with recently on Twitter, so it seemed like it could be a way for him to lose the connection he may have wanted to make. That was the main point with that.
Can we roll back to the leaking nudes part?
Yeah, I was going to say, is there anything you
okay.
can substantiate with that? Like any evidence to substantiate with that?
I could probably try to find a screenshot. So what actually happened is that some girl I joined the VC and only played his old server before it was deleted. I was a mod in there. And everyone was talking about, they were like giggling about this girl's OnlyFans. I was like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? She follows me on Twitter, and I looked at her profile. The first tweet I saw was her pinned, and it was her twerking, promoting her OnlyFans. So I posted it as a joke saying, well, ass flat in the wall. There was no nudity. It was just like, her ass shaking. But that's literally it. And people misconstrued that as me sending nudes.
Wait. So just stop. Did you say that he was like sending nudes, or like he was like exchanging nudes or something?
I said that I was told by moderators from the Only Plays server that he had gotten the server shut down because of leaking nudes. Is what I was told.
And you put that in your video?
I said that I was told by moderators, not specifically, not like for certain.
Well,
was that it? Did you do any more research besides that, or you just heard it and then you went on the video and you...
So this is 20 minutes into the interview. All right, this is bad. This is really fucking bad. So 20 minutes in the interview, he's as unprepared as I could have possibly imagined he'd be, right? Because Braxton, I don't think this guy goes on streams a lot. I don't think he streams himself. I could be wrong on that. I don't really watch his content. I know he makes videos. So he's completely doesn't know how to respond to this guy. This guy's saying Braxton accused him of fucking like posting somebody's news in a server, getting it shut down. Apparently that's all like totally not true. And Braxton was just told about it by somebody else. Because Braxton's fucking video wasn't made by Braxton. He was just, he was like basically like the fucking useful like idiot to release it, to broadcast it basically. So now he has to take all the fucking shit for it basically on this fucking live stream that he has no fucking business. He has no business being involved in any of this in the first place, but especially not being the public relations team of this whole fucking giant gay op against Mark. Wow, dude.
You did that?
Well, I had been told by moderators and other people, so I just included it as a side note since I didn't think it was big enough to include as a major point.
Why include it at all if you weren't sure of it? That's my point.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I guess you're correct. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. That's his response. Yeah. What? I guess you're correct.
Wait, that's all you have to say about it? Yeah.
Wait, bro. Wait. Okay.
I like how you he even said that you DM'd me. You literally DM'd me and you said, yeah, let me pull it up. Because I literally talked to you 2 hours ago and asked you, did you want to call? And you said no. And you said, I'm not guilty of what I said about you, though. I don't know what would be accomplished by my calling.
Oh my, bro, I cannot. Okay, Drama Lords in chat, they want me to drag Keemstar in. Do we want Keemstar in this conversation?
No.
Did I say for Keemstar?
Oh, man, that'd be funny.
No, the actual Keemstar? Holy
yes,
shit. Yeah, actual Keemstar.
You want Keem in?
Do it.
Braxton, you want him in? You want Keem in?
Sure.
All right, so Keem in.
That'll be fine.
Keem, you're on the air. What's going on? Keem.
Yo, just stop.
Hello.
Dude, your video was fucking horrible. I watched the whole thing. What did he do?
What? Holy shit, dude. Your video was horrible. What?
What did he do?
What did who do?
What did Mark do?
Well, it wasn't about what Mark did.
I think the most telling thing right here is that you have no arguments.
Hold on. Was this video when it got released? Yeah, I know it was because I tweeted about it. This is the original title of the fucking video because apparently he changed it to like Veronica, like the biggest piece of shit ever. But before it was that, it was LS Mark, Dangers in Dating. LS Mark, Dangers in Dating. Which is also, by the way, the worst fucking time. Wow, there's dangers in dating? What?
To defend your video, and all you can say is when people try to give arguments against why you should have made it. You know what I mean?
What you should have done is you should have made the video and been like, hey, I heard some rumors about some tea going on with these people's relationships. But no, your video had the tone of I'm fucking like this big Me Too exposer, SA, rape, like pedophilia. Like what was the tone in your video?
Well, I wanted the tone to be serious, obviously.
Is it that serious?
Well, I personally considered it to be.
But why? This wasn't your situation. Like you involved yourself into this. You weren't even like a third party.
Wait,
you got involved because
personally consider it to be serious.
Someone else got you involved because someone else got them involved.
Well, I just genuinely wanted to try reaching out to Mark because I genuinely thought that he was in a bad situation, and I still
yeah, it really is Michael Alberto. LS Mark, Dangers in Dating is the worst title ever.
still believe it.
But you never did. By posting the video, and you also never showed him the video.
Hold on. He did try to reach out to Mark. He even said that in the video.
I went to a call.
Right, but you made okay. This is the thing I don't understand, right? Just stop. You say like you want to reach out to Mark by making a YouTube video about his like marriage. Like I don't understand. I mean it does I can't wrap my head around that. I don't know. It just sounds ridiculous.
Just stop. I know exactly how to improve your video and make it totally fine.
Just delete it.
Start off the video by saying this. Hey, sisters, let's get into the tea. Apparently there's some drama going on.
So now they're just bullying him at this point because they realize he's not capable of giving like a proper answer. So they're just going to fucking shit on him.
With the
all right, Keemstar of David, man. Like, listen to this guy.
Like, that is literally all you had to do. But no, you came at it like somebody was.
Meanwhile, Doc is calling him Jewish. Like, this is just a total fucking just disaster for Braxton. Like, Daftpina is watching the stream right now with his fucking fist clenched at his desk. Like, what?
Getting raped.
Oh, died? I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I disavow that. That's not. I don't think that's.
Brax, I got a question.
What are you disavowing? What the fuck are you disavowing?
You said it came off as if he was like making a rape allegation, like covering a rape allegation.
Yeah, that's how it came off. It wasn't that serious to you. It didn't come off serious like that, Doc.
It came off extremely
not
serious.
Like rape serious.
I wouldn't consider it to be like rape.
That's a good point. Why are gay people the only people that are allowed to take sexual assault and rape not seriously? Why can't I, because when I do it, I'm belittling the victims. I'm making a mockery. I'm being funny in an area you're not supposed to be funny in. But when gay people do it, that's just how they talk. Like, what?
This dude was about to,
according to Keemstar, by the way, not me,
expose somebody for doing some criminal activity. That's the
right,
tone I
Nick,
got through the whole video.
Nick, what do you want? What do you want? I heard you live.
I'm so confused. All right, I got a lot of questions. All right, I just want. Okay. So, we brushed past it, and then we came back to it. So I guess you tangentially heard that Sony like leaked revenge porn, and you were just like, I'm not gonna look into this, bro. Yeah, he leaked some nudes or whatever. I'm gonna just say that like this Discord moderator told me, and then I'm gonna put it in the video next to all the other shit that I'm saying about him.
Well, that's something that people are. Well, sorry. When it comes to that situation specifically, I just heard about it through moderators and people saying that he had done it. So I added as a side note, it wasn't definitive. Like, I didn't say definitively, but in hindsight, yeah, I probably shouldn't have included it in the video.
Yeah, you really shouldn't have. He's accusing him of a crime. Like, what? It's like a little. All right, so like, here's the deal. I just want to ask. So like, why is LS Mark's relationship yours to? I'm not even saying like, judged, exposed, because the video is an exposed.
Dude, he thought, this is the funny part. So I guess he joins. It's mostly like softball. Sonny calls and grills him. He takes that. Keemstar calls in, grills him for a little bit, then starts just shitting on him. He takes that. Now Nick's here to seriously interrogate him. And it's just all fucking falling apart.
They just wanted him to try and reconsider. If
Reconsider what? Do you think that Mark is like a retarded child?
Hold on, let me back this up because I fucked up the timing of it. I always do this.
That I tried talking to him. A lot of people had tried talking to him over a course of years about this, and he didn't seem to really care or listen. And
Did you expect him to get like divorced after your call?
Not necessarily. I mostly just wanted him to try and reconsider. If
Reconsider what? Do you think that Mark is like a retarded child? Like, do we have to like get Mark with kid gloves because he's like physically unable to? I mean, all right. I just want to point this out. How old?
I mean, isn't making a video of taking the kid gloves off?
I'm 18.
No, it's making a video. Okay, you're 18 years old. Mark's 20.
Yeah.
You guys are like really young.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like a long-term girlfriend?
I have had girlfriends, but I am asexual, so that's.
Yo, let's go, dude. My man.
All right, have you ever like there are no partners or anything? Like you're asexual. Okay.
Yeah. I've had partners, but not anymore.
Okay. So
What? Why do you answer it like that? I'm not anymore.
It doesn't make like this is like insane to me. So you
add flam. We need to know his sauce this. All right, I'll hit him up.
You tried to reach out to him in a call that like was going to be initially recorded with Daftpina, right?
Yeah,
that was your attempt at like an intervention.
Yeah.
And you didn't think that like because I know how you meant.
Wait. They're saying Augie moment in Doc's chat. Who said that? Fuck you.
Mentioned in the video, you're like, well, we didn't want to like hit him really hard with with like your girlfriend's like psychologically abusive or whatever, so we tried to like lay it on a little thin, right? But you wanted to stage a recorded update about his life, and you didn't think that would make him a little like weirded out about your justification, your reason for doing this.
Yeah, mainly the reason for wanting to be recorded was because I didn't want anything to potentially be like if I were to say something, I didn't want it to potentially be said like, oh, I didn't say that.
Dude, you know what this takes me back to? Instagram, wake up, bro. Not because I did anything wrong there, but because everybody in Instagram wake up. You know, these stories always start with such a simple premise. You know, someone will drag you into a call and be like, hey, man, I want to do something really good. I want to expose this pedophile or stop this pedophile ring. It's usually about pedophiles. It's like, I want to stop these pedos. I want to expose this guy who's hacking and doxing, or I want to expose this. I want to do something good. I want to save the day, and I need your help. So then you hear that, especially as like a naive YouTuber that's maybe never been involved in something like this before, or like you're just starting your channel. So you get baited into following through this plan. You're like, oh, well, I want to stop this pedophile. I want to expose this horrible person. Sure, count me in. I'm in, right? And then you fast forward all the way to when the operation fails. It falls apart, either because of lack of professionalism, lack of experience, or maybe you find out the people that are involved in your project actually don't give a fuck about being a good person or saving the day like you thought they did. Maybe they actually have a fucked up motive here. and then you're involved in it, you're trapped, so now you're on this live stream having to explain yourself to a panel of commentary YouTubers. They're just ready to just rip you alive. I mean, look at the people that are in this call. First of all, Manga Comment. I haven't heard that guy's name in like 6 years. He's here. Keemstar, the big fucking man himself, Doc in the radio, Nick Diorio, Smaggle. You know, I'd be the most scared of Smaggle.
Because like with Sonny
It's just like
specifically, with Sonny specifically, he said that Dubus Goobus said super transphobic shit, and there's no evidence of that, but he tries to imply that and tries to say it in his video that he said super transphobic shit.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Why would he be
evidence of that?
apologizing,
'Cause
though?
I heard the video. I heard the guy admitting there was transphobic shit said. It doesn't even really matter in the grand scheme of all this. But didn't he admit it?
So basically,
he admitted it. He apologized.
Okay, well, hold up. You're getting off topic, Nick. You gotta let Braxton go on to that right there.
Yeah, let Braxton respond to that, and then I want to hear Sonny's point. Right.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to say let him finish his first question before you go into
I have
another one.
something after that, Doc, by the way.
I already described the situation in the video, but with Dubus Goobus, what happened is he made, from what I know, he made some kind of joke that was unintentionally transphobic, and then Sonny apparently wrote him for it, brought in his 500-person Discord server, was muting him, constantly was talking to him, telling him that it wasn't enough, that he needed to make a tweet about it, that he needed to donate to charity, constantly laughing in between all of it.
Can he just leave the call?
Yeah,
Nick,
he could have left the call at any time. He came back on his own.
I know, but like the main thing about it is that after the fact, Sonny made a video where he said that Dubus was incredibly transphobic, that he said he hated trans people, and acted as though this was still a current thing when it clearly is not. And in the live stream, it shows him being incredibly apologetic, saying that he's very sorry for this, that he wants to do anything to change it. And they're trying to keep saying like, oh, you need to donate $100. And when he says, okay, I have money to do that. No, you need to donate $500 then. If it's enough, you need to donate a significant amount. And they're obviously laughing because they really don't care about it. But then later on, he makes his video saying that Dubus is transphobic and says he hates trans people and that they're all annoying, etc. Which definitely was not what was said.
Whoa, okay. What? Hold on. So they bust Dubus making fun of trans people. They then try to bribe money out of him, but then claim it's like a joke, but then they make a video later on saying that he's transphobic? What?
Sonny, respond.
Can I? Okay. For one, you're saying that I'm acting like it's a current thing, but aren't you doing the same thing with this whole situation with Veronica? That's literally what you're doing.
Okay, hold up. We're talking about the situation right now. Try to keep on topic because you're the situation.
So
you make my dog growl at you.
with the Dubus thing, like he literally said it. Like I know it's not recorded, but it's because it happened just out of the blue. There was no prompting. In the comment that he left from your video, he said that it was like, oh, I don't like those Tumblr type trans people, but that wasn't what he said. What he actually said was he started off talking about like Neil Cesarita.
Dude, it always comes back to trans issues. We started this we started this topic off. Ellis Mark got cheated on, and also his wife is, I guess, a piece of shit. Now it's just devolved into this debate once again.
And he transitioned to Lemon Demon, how he hated Lemon Demon fans, and he said just like trans people. There was no correlation. He said that out of the blue for no reason. Just said I said, what are you talking about, dude? Why'd you say that? He said, well, it's not like I would hit them or anything. It's like, why are you saying this? Why? Like, there's no reason why you should have said this, and now you're trying to backpedal. And my whole reasoning why he should have donated the money is because, firstly, he was talking about on in the server and on Twitter at the time how much money he was making because he just popped off on YouTube. So I'm like, okay, well, if you're gloating so much about how much money you're making and you feel the need to shit talk trans people, why don't you donate some money? You know what I mean? That was my whole thing.
Okay. Tomato Man, you can speak, and then anyone else after, or Braxton can respond after.
I'm being told this Crowy guy in the colors is here to help you out. Should I drag him in or what?
Yeah, sure.
Okay with you?
Braxton was quick on that. He's like, yes, please. Somebody help me out, please.
Braxton.
Crowy, you're on the air.
Hi, Crowy.
Hi.
What the heck? All right, what's Nick just like, Jesus Christ, Nick, what was that?
Wait, what did I do?
Your mic just like cut out. You sound like a 12-year-old. All right, whatever.
Oh,
Crowy,
that wasn't me.
That's the
girl
voice.
Just do it.
Hello. No, Did you say I sound like a 12-year-old?
No, I was telling Nick because his mic's not. Okay,
my voice.
I heard it. You're here to help.
Whew, rough start. All right.
Oh my God, you're here to help out.
Anyway,
Braxton.
Crowy, you're here to help Braxton.
What's going on?
There's way too many
What's
people
the
on this
deal?
call.
I mean, what do you mean help him? I mean, I'm here.
Tomato Man, what are you telling me?
I got told in DMs that Crowy was here to help Braxton with.
Wait,
his points and
Crowy,
shit
how
like that.
old are you?
I'm 30.
What? Dang. That's not very young. Dude, what's your secret?
So loud.
I'm just youthful, man. I don't know what to say.
Well, I'm just saying, Doc, be careful who comes in here. You don't want some like 13-year-old talking about this topic. But go ahead.
Don't they have, like,
Yeah, no. I'm older.
40. What the fuck are you talking about?
Jesus. Okay.
What the fuck? What's smack going? You're 40. Oh my God.
Okay, Nick.
so
Okay,
Crowy,
I know Nick had some. Oh wait. Okay. Braxton, do you want to respond to anything? If not, then I can hand it off to whoever.
What's going on?
One of the funniest things I've noticed about whenever Keemstar calls on streams now is nobody's really like afraid to like shit on him anymore. Like I remember back when Keem used to call in 2020 and there'd be like other like YouTubers like on the line. They'd always be like, you know, sometimes I want to push Keem on this topic, but I'm just worried he's gonna like freak out on me or something like that, right? Nowadays, very different.
You want to say something?
Well, no, just keep it. Hold on. Wait.
Crowy out here. Crowy, do you have something to say or not? Make a point,
I'm here.
Crowy.
I'm here.
30 years old and you can't come to the stage and say your
I'm here.
30 years
keep it
old.
rolling. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Keep it
If nobody
rolling.
else has anything to say, whoever can talk. Nick, you want? I think you were begging to talk. All right, go.
Crowy! Crowy!
Hey, you want Crowy to talk?
Holy shit.
Crowy said that he wants to
Go.
work.
What is your point,
I
Crowy?
have a question. Can I ask a quick little question?
Fuck no, Crowy! What does Crowy have to add? Everyone
Crowy.
shut up. Crowy, what do you have to add to this conversation, Crowy?
He's got nothing, Keem. He's got nothing. Okay.
Get out of here.
Okay,
No,
Crowy, thank you.
just-
Just stay in the callers, Crowy. You don't have anything to talk right now. Just call it in a bit, all right? Thank you.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going to
Shit,
fucking
man.
flip.
Tomato Man, I'm ready to fire you because you're a terrible co.
Wait, who the fuck? Wait a minute. Who the fuck was that then? So they see Crowy's in there. Tomato Man's like, oh, this person's here to defend you. Braxton's like, yes, please bring them in. He comes in. They all laugh and throw him out because they think he sounds 12. Now Braxton's just coping. Now he's just like, fuck, I have no defense now. My defense got laughed off the stage. I'm alone now. Fuck.
Dude, okay. Motherfuckers are spamming my DM saying, Crowy wants in, Crowy's
You're
saying this, Crowy
Okay,
wants
let's
in,
get back.
shit about this.
Let's get back to the heart of the matter. Okay.
Can I make a suggestion? Like,
What's up?
before you let someone else in, can you at least DM them and ask them what they want to talk about, and then just like it?
Yeah, you know what? That's a perfect idea, Manga. I'm gonna start doing that.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Holy.
All right, Sonny, you had something to say, and then Nick, you can go after because you're begging. I don't know.
Bro, I just keep looking at like who's in the call, and everybody has like an anime like picture or like art of some sort, and then Keemstar just has his real face from like 2013.
Go for it.
I was gonna ask Braxton if Mark came to you and asked you to delete the video, would you do it?
I might.
What do you mean you might?
I mean, I'm still conflicted about it because I still think there are good points and reasons for it to exist, but at the same time, I also see why it might be better to not.
Okay, that's a really hold on, Sony, give me a second. That's a really good like argumentative line. Why do you think the video should exist? Can, like justify its existence?
Yeah, well, like I said, I said it earlier on in the stream, actually. But if I were to try and repeat myself with that, beyond trying to talk to Mark, because it was sort of like a last resort type, since tried to talk to him privately,
last resort.
People tried to talk to him privately about it. I'd heard from a lot of people who are all thinking the situation was terrible.
Stop with the disclaimers. Just get to the question. Come on, man. Why should the video exist?
But yeah, so
What about
beyond
these disclaimers, just get to the point. Go. Sorry.
Beyond trying to talk, like as a last resort, trying to talk to Mark. Another reason was showing the signs of toxicity in a relationship, showing what Sonny and Veronica had done to other people.
This is the worst answer.
Not just Mark. And also because, like, when it comes to being in a manipulative relationship, it's often that when you talk to just one or two people and they try and tell you that there's something wrong with this, and it's easy for the manipulator to be like, they're not the majority. They wouldn't actually believe that. Most people don't actually think that. You can just shrug it off. But if we're more people, like if the general consensus were to say that it were a good idea, or that it were a bad situation, mainly.
But what if the general consensus is wrong? Like, what if that general consensus is wrong? Like, that's
what if everyone thinks your video sucks ass? Then what? What if nobody cares?
Of assumptions about Mark's relationship that you couldn't
You're on the
possibly know the
outside,
answer.
yeah.
Like, it's an outside in being like, you know what? I really want to turn the public against Mark's relationship because if all of his audience says that his relationship is toxic,
then
he
he'll
might
have to get a
his
divorce.
wife. That's like psychotic. You know that, right?
Yeah, I can see that actually. I can see.
He should have just responded with that.
Side of it.
Actually, when Keemstar asked him, like, what is the reason you made this video? He should have just been like,
So, has this changed your opinion on whether or not you're going to delete the video if he asks you? Or is it still I might?
Yeah. It's still I might currently, but
okay.
I'm just very conflicted on it because at least I wanted to come in with the best of intentions, obviously.
He did say in Boblex's chat he would like all the revenue made from the video. So that might mend the bridge. So.
I have another question.
No, wait, Kimgo, and then Sonny.
Yeah.
Kimgo and Sonny.
Just stop. I'm curious, all right? And, you know, I'm kind of picking on you, but, like, I actually want to know the answer to this question. How much time a day do you spend in a Discord?
I don't actually really use Discord much at all.
You don't?
No.
Because, like...
I mostly hang out with people, like, in real life.
Really? That's shocking to me. When I watched your video...
What? That's shocking to me. Yikes, man. This is the situation you never want to be in. When you're in the hot seat because you either fucked up an investigation or... Well, honestly, in this case, like, did Braxton really get any of the information against Veronica incorrect? I mean, he obviously fucked up against Sony when he accused him of, like, you know, sending porn in a server or something. But, like, did he get anything wrong about Veronica? Because I don't know enough about any of those situations to really say. I can't just watch this video and be like, actually he's lying about this, this, and this, and he kind of shows the points here, and at this point he kind of exaggerates. I don't know. I would have to know everything about, you know, Veronica and Ellis Mark to even understand where the lies or where the false information is. But I never really saw people pointing out anything he got wrong in the video other than what he said about Sony, right? So it's like, I don't even know if this is a case where he fucked up an investigation. It's just the premise of the entire investigation is, first of all, completely wrong. It's not to help Mark. It's to fuck him over. And secondly, nobody cares. It doesn't matter.
It came across as like some terminally...
Oh, holy shit. 1 second. My headphones just... You didn't hear any weird noises, but I just did. Hold on. Okay, we're back.
Line individual sitting on Discords from the time he wakes up to the time he goes to bed.
No, I actually barely use Discord. I don't use Reddit. I barely use Twitter. I barely use social media in general.
Okay, go ahead, Sonny.
Not owned.
Smacker just say you got owned in the middle of his fucking... This is just so fucking cancerous.
How much was Daftpina involved in the creation of this video?
Jesus Christ, let Sonny speak, man. Come on.
No! Let him answer that.
Hey, you know...
I didn't have anything to say.
Okay, never mind. Nick, go talk about Daftpina.
I'm just wondering, how much was Daftpina involved?
Daft was someone that I talked to specifically, like, when I was first getting to this situation and hearing about it, I wanted to talk to people who knew Daft to, like, I think this might be going on, and Daft was someone who conferred with that, and he was the one who I wanted to get, like, help with the call because he told me he had tried to talk to Mark previously, so I thought that would be a good idea to bring him along, him and Croy along, to help with the call. So they helped with creating the questions and in the call, and that was mostly their involvement.
So, Braxton, you told me that Daftpina reviewed the video before you released it, right?
Yeah.
That's correct. I think Daftpina fucked you over. I'm gonna be honest. I think the main fucking person that's been running this shit and that's been fucking
Holy
shit!
Wait. Could you repeat that again? Wait, so Daftpina reviewed the video before it was released?
Okay.
It was one of the few people that I had review it.
Eddie,
Hold on,
Greenwood-
before you guys go on, I do want to be straightforward, and I should take responsibility for this too.
Oh no!
Braxton did have me look at the script, and I do want to point out that he did have. Can I tell him about it a little bit about what you had me? What I suggested you, Braxton. Is that okay with you? You know, like taking out the theory crafting and stuff like that.
What?
Wait, what?
What?
What we gotta do now?
What the hell are you talking
Hold on. What?
And I do want to point out that he did have. Can I tell him about it a little bit about what you had me? What I suggested you, Braxton. Is that okay with you? You know, like taking out the theory crafting and stuff like that.
Theory crafting. So now they're just admitting they're just making shit up. What? What the fuck, dude? What?
Out that he did have. Can I tell him about it a little bit?
Hold on. Let me re-listen to his entire interjection there.
I'd review it.
Eddie, hold on. Before you guys go on, I do want to be straightforward, and I should take responsibility for this too. Braxton did have me look at the script, and I do want to point out that he did have. Can I tell him about it a little bit about what you had me? What I suggested you,
What you had me.
Braxton. Is that okay with you? You know, like taking out the theory crafting and stuff like that.
Taking out the theory crafting. What? What does that even mean, dude? So he's obviously implying that I don't even know what he's implying. I can't even do this, dude. I can't even go into what I think he's admitting to here because it just sounds so fucking retarded. He could be admitting to like 20 different things here. I don't know what he's actually admitting to. At first, it sounds like he's admitting to like what? They just sat in a call and theorized the true intentions of Veronica and Mark to figure out why she would fuck him over. And I'll tell you what the intentions are. She's a woman and he's a man. Okay, that's the fucking theory crafting over.
What?
Now I want to hear them react to it.
Wait, what?
No! What do you mean?
What we gotta do now?
Theory crafting? What the hell are you talking
Theory
about?
crafting? What?
No, hold on. Shut up. Let me. That's my words. Like, it's just like he was like making more assumptions than what was necessary.
What, dude? I thought he was here to defend Braxton. He's just throwing him under the bus.
The script. That's what I'm trying to get at, and I do want to.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Hello.
Yeah. I do want to take responsibility too for that because if Daphne is going to be like, I'm not trying to bat for.
So we're getting a little insight into how these guys make fucking videos, you know. And I guess theory maxing, maybe that's normal when you make videos about cartoons, theorizing, you know, the canon of all the shows, the theories, you know, or whatever. I guess that's normal when you make a fucking video about, I don't know, Curious George or some shit. Or sorry, they don't cover that. They cover like Powerpuff Girls or some shit. Yeah, maybe theory maxing works there. Not in a fucking commentary video exposing somebody.
Yeah, because frankly, the guy almost got me sued a few years back. I got nothing to defend him with right there. But I do want to say that I am.
By the way, if I made a video about cartoon shows, it would only be Curious George. I'll start the Curious George channel.
I've also caught
I should do a video theory maxing about Curious George.
Stuff like that, but it's a situation that I didn't have the full context to either, and the fact is that Just Stop wanted to get like a outside third party perspective on this.
Yeah, a few different people.
And
he might as well just like my comment at this point might as well have just said like, yeah, we went to a fortune teller and we had her rub her fucking ball and tell us what would happen to fucking what would happen to Mark's relationship. And then we made a video talking about what happened and and nobody liked it. Why? Yo, what's up, dude?
I can see that, yeah.
What?
Anyway, can we just shoot Veronica?
What is going on?
What do you mean? What's going on? You fucking idiot! You literally called me. I'm
Hold on.
elevated. I've ascended.
Hold on now. Are you this much of a fucking beta that you created a fake Nick YouTube channel and Discord? What
Nope,
the
I
fuck
already
is
had it.
this? Are you fucking trolling me? What the fuck is this, dude? Really? And he's also on his phone playing Destiny 2? Alright. Fuck yeah, I can pretend to get mad at that one. That was pretty good. That was pretty fucking clever there. Jesus, man. That was pretty good. I gotta be honest, I'm actually taken aback at that one. Oh my god. Holy shit.
I do want to, and I do want to apologize, and I do want to take responsibility for that too. I'm not trying to.
How did that work? I mean, Jesus, now I'm all thrown off. That was really good. That was really good, man. It threw me off because first of all, the donation, the YouTube channel, but really what threw me off, the Discord, because I actually have Nick added on Discord and he's always on his phone playing Destiny 2. Every day, and I don't think he's actually playing Destiny 2 all day long. I would hope not. But that's just always what his Discord status shows him doing. It's on he's on mobile playing Destiny 2. That was some expert level trickery there. What the fuck, dude? I don't like this. This community is getting too, like, devious. You guys are getting too good at setting up little traps. I don't like this.
Mark or anything like that. I was just trying to help Just Stop with the
Why? But why? I don't understand. Why don't you all like just get together and, you know? I guess the real question, what I'm asking is, when can we expect, excuse me, the theory crafting podcast?
I'd like to know about this critical rape theory.
Right there. That's not,
to know about my
You know, that's just a theory, Keem. A divorce theory.
I mean, just a whole podcast with you guys sitting there in a Discord with like, "Ooh, I think this person might be doing this. I think that I mean,
technically, Keem, that would be conspiracy theories, and YouTube is against conspiracy theories nowadays.
What is theory crafting?
What are we
I want to
talking
ask.
about?
What is your
yes. Take us back to the theory maxing crafting thing. Theory maxing.
I think he's just referring to like how I think he's just referring to how in the initial script there are more like just like some certain sort of assumptions in the script that I decided to cut out because I thought that they were bad. Just
okay, that's good.
assumptions
You cut those out.
The video was worse at one point. Yeah.
Wait, so this is like
Also just
when
like for an example.
This is like when a movie's being made and it's based on a real life story, but you have to do theory crafting to fill in the blanks.
Okay,
It's like the Hobbit movie, like 2 and 3. They didn't have enough for Hobbit.
That is my own mistake right there with the wording right there. That's my problem. I apologize for that. Can you please stop using that? Just
Steven Spielberg was making the sequel.
That's
to the
amazing.
Hobbit.
I love that term. I'm gonna use it.
Like a
What the wait, did he just cope?
And it's based on a real life story, but you have to do theory crafting to fill in the blanks.
Okay,
It's like the Hobbit movie, like 2 and 3. They didn't have enough for Hobbit.
That is my own mistake right there with the wording right there. That's my problem. I apologize for that. Can you please stop using that?
What? Dude, what the fuck, man? This call is just so retarded. Can you please stop using that? I said this really dumb thing, and look, my bad, but can you please stop saying that and making fun of me, please? Come on, guys, really? Really, guys? Theory crafting? Come on, guys. It's not that funny, you know? It's not really that funny. You guys don't have to keep saying that over and over again in the call. Can you just stop? Can you please stop saying that? This call is so retarded for like so many different fucking reasons. It's just unbelievable to me. You know, you would think that me doing this job, like I've been streaming for like 6 years now, almost 7 this year. You would think that at this point, my brain would just be so numb to retardation that like I would hear a call like this and just be like, huh, sounds like a bunch of stupid kids on Discord. Yet somehow, when I just listen to this, and I'm glad it doesn't, somehow when I listen to this, it's like every single autistic situation that unfolds in front of me, whether it's on my show or it unfolds like one night and then the next day we go over it on stream. Either way, dude, it just never ceases to just blow me away. The types of situations and just stupid shit these people get involved with.
Steven Spielberg was making the sequel.
That's
to The
amazing.
Hobbit.
I love that term. I'm gonna use
Had,
it.
like a side arc and like
That's amazing.
But basically, what he's referring to is that in an earlier version of the script, like with Mark and Veronica actively going out of their way not to mention the relationship, and I mentioned how Veronica shit talked her exes on her Twitch audience, including ones she had cheated on. So I made like an offhand comment in the original version of the script that was like, "Oh, do you think that's why she doesn't want to tell about the
$1,000 camera? You don't even use it? Yeah, it's because my fucking capture card broke. Elgato, piece of shit. I gotta get a new one, but I'm just too lazy.
relationship?" In case you,
I have 3 Elgatos. I have one on my Meta PC, I have one on my regular PC, and then I have one for my camera. And then the one on my PC is used for my Switch. One of them broke. Honestly, I don't know. I'll talk
Let's
about
just
it.
shit talk him later, and I decided I wanted to cut stuff like that out.
What
'Cause I
about a
didn't want to-
disclaimer? What about a disclaimer in your video? Like the following video includes theory crafting.
Okay, all right. Let's
Dude,
move
okay.
past we've
All right.
exhausted the theory crafting.
Jesus Christ.
I haven't. I'm never going to stop using that term.
Okay.
Okay, fine. I'm going to copyright claim that then. Okay, I'm going to copyright that.
So how involved was
Manga Cameron sounds so beta, dude.
Daftpina? I'm curious.
Like I said, I just brought him on to help me with the call and ask questions. Once or twice, I asked for his input. That's about it.
Once or twice on what? Input on what? I'm curious.
Mostly just like, showing the video to him and such.
Okay.
Why didn't you show it to Mark?
Because Mark wouldn't have fucking signed off on him leaving his marriage.
Could you imagine just showing the video to Mark? Like, hey man, I made this video about you and your wife. You want to watch it? What do you think? Any constructive criticism for me, buddy?
We not sign off on that
That's an obvious question.
I would change the marriage aspect, but the rest, it's pretty good. I'd say release it.
Good one.
What's the so obviously I'd assume the reason why it's bad that he's
So at this point, everyone's just exhausted all seriousness from this conversation, so they've just reverted back to just picking on him, and I guess manga comment too, which is amazing.
What's the so obviously I'd assume the reason why it's bad that he's keeping his marriage private is because his wife sucks, right? Is that what you're saying? Or in general, do you think all fucking YouTubers should like have public marriages?
I just thought that it was personally very suspicious and weird to not mention this when they have a podcast together. She's very involved in his life. They're constantly posting about being together on Twitter. I don't see why you would want to hide that. What's the need to hide that when you're so closely related and it's not like super personally revealing? So it feels like there'd have to.
Though.
Wait, you don't understand why like two people would want to not like publicly announce they're married?
Or even together, they don't say anything at all.
Well, because maybe some people just don't want their relationship to be like part of their YouTube channel. Maybe they want to keep that stuff private,
Even you yourself, Braxton, said that you don't use social media like that. So why do you see a problem with him not wanting to have his relationship on display? Like,
should I just? Sorry to interrupt, but should I invite Mark to come here? Should we just have Mark
Mark's
here?
watching Bo Black's stream, so he's probably watching right now.
No, he follows me.
If Mark wants to call in, he can.
We can settle all of
it. We could honestly just settle everything here. Like we could figure out a way to maybe get the video gone or something. I don't know.
Or you know what, Braxton and Mark, Keemstar does boxing. We could settle it that way.
I'm good.
Aw. Sorry, Keem. I tried to
it
get you
depends on their
another
weight
one.
class, really.
Wait, why is Doc the one begging for content? Keemstar's the one that was like, should we get Mark in here? And then Doc's like, okay, sure. Why is he?
I understand you're asexual, but if you had a partner that you were working with on a lot of projects and stuff like that, let's say you're doing podcasts and stuff, would you be like extremely forthcoming with like the details of the relationship?
I mean, I wouldn't mention it all the time, but I would mention it probably, just like in casual conversation. I wouldn't actively go out of my way not to mention it.
But you don't like, so you don't take into a consideration that maybe like there's a bunch of terminally online people in the audience who are going to get fixated on it. Maybe if the relationship doesn't go super well, maybe those people want a clean break. Maybe they're like, oh yeah, no, we're not friends anymore, moving on, is a little different than like, oh, we had a huge breakup or whatever. And then like obviously you've seen social media breakups become like tons of drama. I mean, we're watching like a petition for a social media breakup right now. Like obviously tons of people are rubbernecking this. Isn't this kind of the reason why Mark wouldn't want to tell anybody that he's married?
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that.
Okay.
Is that it? Do you understand what Nick is saying?
Yeah, I understand what he's saying.
You're like,
no
at the end of the day, people have a right to.
Bro,
to
he sounds
privacy.
like he's getting told off by his parents right now, dude. He sounds like he's in a schoolroom. And like the teacher's like yelling at him. He's like, I understand. I'm sorry. I get that. No, that makes sense. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Okay. Braxton sounds like the most nosy person in existence. Well, I mean, okay. The reality is that he was set up for this by, I guess, maybe by Daftpina. I don't want to say that definitively because I'm just, based on what they're saying in the stream, based on what I'm spitballing as, like it seems like that's what's going on there. It obviously seems like if this was Braxton's, all of this was entirely his idea and he was the one pushing for all of this, don't you think he'd be a little bit more knowledgeable about what he's talking about? He clearly is not all in on all the details there. And I don't think it's necessary. I mean, you can be like, oh, well, that's just because he's a retard. Well, I feel like it's more likely. I mean, there might be some of that at play there, but realistically, it's also probably just the fact that he's not the primary person who was pushing for this. He's just the one being used to publish the information that other people are more interested in getting out there. Your theory crafting? Okay, well, yeah, you know what? I am. But you know what? They theory crafted too to make the video. So I'm allowed to do that. But, I mean, I don't know, man. That just seems like what's going on here. It seems like he's just being the useful idiot. And he's definitely still, that's not to take away criticism from him or how he's handled this. But that might also explain his performance here.
In the relationships and whatnot, and our video seems to like kind of like snoop in and like kind of violate that to a certain level that pissed a lot of people off.
Mm.
I mean, I'll be real with you, Braxton. Like, it comes off as you made the video and then you left it up to the court of public opinion to decide their marriage. It's kind of how it feels.
Marriage.
Divorce court.
With the theory
Amazing.
crafting and no, I'm kidding. But yeah, that's how it comes off. I mean, if Mark requests you to delete the video, I think you should. That's my opinion. But
Like, okay, let's say Mark's like, all right, I'm gonna go divorce my wife right now, just be based off of your YouTube video. I mean, let's be real here. If you're saying he's super cocked and he's like, he's super like buck broken over here, I doubt he's got a prenup, right? So now this is gonna cost him like a whole fucking hell of a lot of money. It's gonna be horrible for him. Let's say like if in your perfect world, Mark's life is like destroyed.
Hey, but at least he's happier.
He's happier in the long run, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because we made some guessing checks about his fucking
Is it he hates Sony, so he hates Veronica, who knows Sony and Ellis Mark is friends? Doubt it even before this. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on here. I think it's more so the fact that, honestly, I think Veronica is mainly, I think, the key target here, because that makes the most sense. Because if you watch the video, they don't talk any shit about Mark other than his relationship with his wife, but it's because that his wife is insane that they're giving Mark any shit for this. So it seems like whoever's motivated here, whether it is Just Stop or Daftpina or a combination of everybody involved, clearly Mark isn't the target here. It's more so his wife. And to be fair, it seems like there actually is a lot of solid ground to criticize his wife on. She does seem psycho. And I have heard a lot of fucking rumors about her doing psycho shit for a few months now. But again, those are just rumors, right? And if they were really trying to fuck her over, they picked like the worst possible framing ever, because they used Mark as a sort of sympathetic framing mechanism to carry out their, video on Veronica. They were like, Mark is married to this woman. He's being abused and manipulated by her while she does all this fucking shit. So you guys should feel bad for Mark, all the Ellis Mark fans. You guys should feel bad for him. and you guys should turn on Veronica and make her life hell, right? Which, I mean, you can call it theory maxing all you want, but that just seems logical to me, because that is the most effective way they can maximize the amount of people that are going to hate Veronica. Because think about it. If they just make a video calling out Veronica, nobody knows who she is. Nobody cares. They might know vaguely, oh, that's Ellis Mark's girlfriend, right? I guess she makes animations. But if you frame the video like, hey guys, Mark is actually married to this woman. They're not just dating, they're married. And also this is who she is. This is why she's a piece of shit. That framing makes a lot more sense because it maximizes the amount of people that are going to get pissed off against her. Now you've militarized all of Mark's fan base, which is huge. Unfortunately, it didn't work because the framing is also retarded.
Relationship. Like, this is so crazy, bro.
All right, do we have anything else? Okay, first off, does Mark want to...
the meme, like, I consent, and then, like, I don't, but, like, I don't is you.
Okay, does Mark want to come on?
If I were to talk to Mark, I'd probably want to do it privately with him.
You made it public, private. You made it public, bro. Motherfucker. What do you mean? You made a video to that one.
Jesus Christ! Never tell a commentary YouTuber you plan to settle things in private. That's the last thing we want to hear.
Walked in that one, motherfucker. Are you serious? Are you serious? Did you just say that?
Come on, man.
Look, all right, it can be private, but Mark gets to record you.
Wow. Wow. I'm speechless, man.
All right, I'm gonna go. God, bro. I'm investigating all your relationships forever, Braxton. You're fair game now.
Like, Braxton, you realize, okay, do you understand? You understand where I'm coming from?
I was saying that because I think I am willing to get rid of the video.
I am investigating the relationship between you and your father because I know there's trauma there.
What the fuck, dude?
There's trauma there, and I'm letting the world know, bro.
Anyway, now that that's done.
I disconnected Keem. We don't need any more of that shit.
Wait, why though?
I do have a question. I just want to know. So with the Dubis Goobus situation and all of that, I just want to know.
Okay, now I get it. Now, so the other night I saw Keemstar and Smack were tweeting shit to each other, but I didn't really understand what was happening. Okay,
which side is like right? Is it Sunny side or is it just?
All right, do I need to watch anywhere beyond this point, or do we get it now?
Top side that is the correct side. The correct narrative, I guess.
I mean, we know what Sonny's answer is going to be, and we know what Braxton's answer is going to be, but, I mean, is there actually any evidence to support either side at this point?
I mean, I have eyewitnesses that were in the call when it happened.
Okay, like, let's be honest, saying a transphobic joke does not mean you're transphobic.
I understand that, but the thing...
Just stop. All right. We get it now. They're just going to fucking talk more about that shit. Watch the full interview here, of course, in Talk on the Radio's channel, if you are curious, but holy shit, dude. What a complete shit show. You know the other awkward part that I just realized that makes this even worse? LS Mark has like a podcast with her. Yeah, they do.
I have never seen Breaking Bad before. That's your cold open. I have never seen Breaking Bad before. Can you believe it, guys? I can. When that show come out, 2020?
So yeah, so they have like a little show together, which is even worse because now all the comments are just going to be talking about that. Amazing. What is this? Oh yeah. Apparently people be tweeting at me today that my fucking Twitter is search banned. It's been search banned for literally months. All right. So that's not new. It sucks, but unfortunately there is nothing I can do about that. Here's Keem tweets after he's kicked. Bro, leave that stream now. Save it for my show. Look at this clown. Doc his censorship. Spam unsub. You know where. Holy shit. He just went fucking apeshit on Doc. This is going to be a free advertising. Hello, base people of RSC. Endorse the Liberty Tree Party. Optional taxes. We fight for the individual. What the fuck are you promoting on my stream? Let me catch some super chats here. Your buddy Brady through two says smack wada through content. Toxic Cloud with a $1. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Confused Opinion with the gift of 1 membership. It's a me with a 5 says they all get groomed because they are sexuals. trans rights except for those people. Obviously, there is a clear correlation between being asexual and brain damaged. Anonymous Tip 3 says, just stop, got exposed, then sends a link. Oh, I'm going to paste this to my other monitor. What is this, Cancer? My experience with just... Oh, it's a Colton video. I'm not watching that shit. Fair enough. You trolled me once, but not again, buddy. Okay, we're caught up there. All right, so here's the deal, folks. We're supposed to be doing Minecraft right now, but Tom is fucking late. So now I'm kind of just sitting here with my fucking... I'm not sure what to do now. Because it's kind of time. What is this? Breaking news. Smaggle sings Ram Ranch.
18 naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch. Big hot, throbbing cocks wanting to be sucked. 18 naked cowboys wanting to be cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch. On their knees wanting to suck cowboy cock. Ram Ranch really rocks! Big troll. Hot, cowboys, the cocks, loving hard. 18 more wild cowboys out in the yard. Big bulging cocks ever so hard.
Okay.
Orgy in the showers at Ram Ranch. Big hot throbbing cocks ramming cowboy butt. Like a bleeding lamb waiting to what? Big hot throbbing cocks getting sucked real deep. Cowboys even getting fucked in their sleep. Ram Ranch, it rocks. Cowboys love big hot throbbing cocks.
It goes so hard though, dude.
18 naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch. Big hot throbbing cocks wanting to be sucked. 18 naked cowboys wanting to be fucked. Cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch. On their knees wanting to suck fucking cocks. Ram Ranch really rocks. Hot cowboys, the cocks throbbing hard. 84 wild cowboys out in the yard. Big bulging cocks ever so hard. Orgy in the showers at Ram Ranch. Big hot throbbing cocks ramming cowboy butt. Like a bleeding lamb wanted to run.
We're playing the whole song, by the way, pussies. You guys are like, oh, I got this on mute. No, unmute. You gotta listen to it. The whole thing.
18 naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch. Big hot throbbing cocks wanted to be soft. 18 naked cowboys wanted to be fucked. Cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch. On their knees wanted to suck cowboy cock. Ram Ranch really rocks.
See, now, you guys are in the chat like, oh, make it stop. Stop playing this. Why is this so long? What do you think Andrew Tate would say about you if you can't even watch 3 minutes of this? Like, this is the most, like, soul-healing video I think I've ever fucking seen. And if you can't do that shit, you're just not fucking prepared for life, dude.